Great moments are born from great opportunity. One game. If we played them 10 times, they might win 9, but not this game. Not tonight. Tonight, we stay with them, and we shut them down because we can.
Are you ready?
It's time for Longview Lobos football, live on 106.5 Jack FM. Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Buick in Longview. Also brought to you by Eastman Credit Union, Diagnostic Clinic of Longview, the law offices of Sorian Hoover, Bish's RV, Chick-fil-A, Sophie's Car Wash, Hot Dog Express, McDaniel's Quality Body Works, Telco Plus Credit Union, and Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center.
And of course, filling in for Coach King as he's on sick leave right now, interim head coach Oscar Wilson. And Coach, thanks for being here.
Thank you for inviting me to be here. It's a pleasure to be here tonight.
Well, we've enjoyed getting to know you better. I think we'd crossed paths in the locker room and at the stadium a few times, but never really got to sit down and talk to you. I hate that these are the circumstances, but the silver lining has been it's been great to get to know you.
Well, Coach King is a great fella. He's a good man, and he told us what he wanted us to do, and mine said media. So I took it to heart, and I'm here. I'm happy to be with you all.
Yeah. And let's start everybody off with a Coach King update. How is he doing?
He's doing real well, and we're just praying that God keeps him on that path. He's on the healing process. He's has a whiteboard he's writing on. He will communicate a little bit by voice, but we want him to just stay the course. Follow the plan. He always tells us, follow the plan. So that's what we encourage him to do. He's doing real well.
Last night you had JV football, and from what you told us off the mic, Coach King's watching it because they were streaming it, and he's texting you from his comfortable chair about some of the alignments that need to be worked on during JV.
Yes, sir. And Coach Hancock, who's the line coach, he's getting the same texts. He said, well, tell him I already know he needs to scoop that backside. So he's involved in the game. His mind is sharp, and he's telling us what he wants done.
Absolutely.
And we're trying to get it done.
To a JV game, you think that he would be not? Well, I know him, and I know his mind and his eyes are in trouble right now. So it's got to be making him crazy to watch all this. You imagine all the Longview Lobo and all the levels, the Georgia Tech, and all that he's been watching. I bet he's gone through 5 white markers.
I imagine so. But the thing about him is he's going to stay the course.
Yeah.
What he does, he's going to do. You know, he's going to Lobo up wherever he is.
There we go. Well, speaking of Loboing up, you guys, you play Marshall last week, and of course, people like Bob and I, we love to say when it's a rivalry game, you can throw the records out the window. Okay, that sounds good, but the last so many years, 10 years, Bob, you can keep the record in the window because Lobos have been blowing out the Mavericks. So that's not always the case that you get a game last week where your rival steps up and says, we'd like a crack at you guys, and they hung in there, didn't they?
Okay, I go back to 2015. That's the last time they had beaten us.
Right.
So what my mindset was, we expect that type of game tonight. And our kids came out, and we had an unfortunate start, and we fell behind. But there's always one thing that I have in mind. And I looked at the ball and said, look, this is 4 quarters. We're going to win this ball game, no matter whatever it takes. Do your job, follow the plan. And that's what they did.
You don't have to have such a good memory to remember what happened last year. Y'all got beat by SOC. Okay, and just one of your few losses.
Yeah.
How do you, I mean, you don't have to revert back 10 years ago. This is when we lost to the same. We lost to them last year. How do you get your kids ready for this year?
All I do is say 45, 44.
They know what that means.
They know exactly what it means. We're not going to Dallas to lose. And I know that's a cliche of all coaches. We're going on a business trip. We're going up there to take care of business and do our jobs, follow the game plan that's been put forth by the coaches. And that's what those kids know. Their focus is on getting better play each play. Not one play, but all plays throughout the game. We're going to work to get better each play.
We'll circle back to South Cliff. I wanted to stay on Marshall for just one more second. And they did stay in the game. They got it to the fourth quarter with a chance to maybe make it competitive. What did we come out of it that we need to work on most?
What we need to work on most is consistency, okay? Just be better with what we're doing. We'll have a good play here, a bad play, a good play. So we're going to work on consistency, keeping the game playing in place, but making our plays better, executing better. That's the word.
They did a good job on containing that quarterback. The quarterback from Marshall was a special athlete, right?
Yes, sir. And
to shut him down like you did, that was quite an effort by the Lobos.
Each defensive player has a gap they're responsible for. They covered their gaps, and they made sure that he stayed in the pocket and not get outside of it. So that's what we're proud of them for. Each man has a responsibility. They took care of that.
Well, y'all coming up against, over the years, the last few years, the way football's evolved, against so many running quarterbacks, that's got to be something that we've gotten pretty good at. Keep him in the pocket.
Right, and that's the linebackers know what their responsibilities are. And somebody's going to be assigned to the quarterback. And that's what's been good about our defense. They know their assignments. They take care of their jobs.
We were joking about this before the interview. It almost seems like the last 3 or 4 years, almost every game, the Lobos come out, spot the other team 7 points, let them have that one good drive, and then, okay, now get ready for your beating, because here come the Lobos, and it'll be 35-7, 42-7, and that first score is the only one they get. Do you see that?
Yes, and what we've talked about all week in practice, we want to get off to a good start and not just one play, but the whole game. And don't slack off. If you have an assignment, get your assignment done, and that's what we've been working on in practice. Consistency, that's the word. We want to be consistent in what we're doing.
Everybody healthy after the game?
Yes, sir. Everybody's healthy and ready to go. We're going on a business trip. I want to emphasize that one more time.
You should say you're going on a business trip. I don't know if we know.
That business trip means
business tonight.
We're going to take care of business, okay? And we don't talk about we're going up there to beat them.
All right, let's come back with the business report with Coach.
Somebody's going to get the business tonight.
Coach Oscar Wilson, interim head coach for the Longview Lobos. We'll take a break, come back. This is the John King Coaches Show, presented by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Longview. We'll be right back on your home for Longview Lobo football, 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobo High School football. Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
It's football time again, and Peters Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. Like our lease special, only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax, only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Hey y'all, it's Fozzie Whitaker for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. On the field, I learned the importance of being ready for anything. That's why I trust Tri-State to keep my home powered up when it matters most. Call now for up to $2,000 off a new standby whole home generator. 903-331-0466 or visit tristategenerators.com. And make sure to let them know Fozzie sent you.
Call now for up to $2,000 off. Fozzie Whitaker is a customer and paid endorser for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air.
Looking for a stress-free way to finance your next car? Fuel your dreams with an ECU auto loan. Financing your next vehicle doesn't have to be overwhelming. ECU is here to help you every step of the way. We offer competitive rates, up to 125% financing, and no payments for 60 days, so you can drive worry-free with an auto loan that fits your needs. Just visit ecu.org/auto now to get started. Eastman Credit Union.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at ChristusHealth.org.
Life is full of healthcare needs, large and small, from the birth of a child to caring for elderly patients. Since 1975, the Diagnostic Clinic of Longview has been serving East Texans with quality, personalized patient care, from comprehensive family medicine to a variety of specialties: pediatrics, OBGYN, internal medicine, general surgery, orthopedics, neurology, sleep medicine, and more. Diagnostic Clinic, always voted the best of East Texas, and always there to meet your healthcare needs. Online at dcol.net.
Friday Night Football. It's more than a game. It's community, pride, and giving your kids the best opportunities. With a mortgage from Telco Plus Credit Union, you can make sure your family is in the school district where champions are made, on and off the field. We offer competitive rates, quick approvals, and the hometown service you can trust. Get in the right home, in the right district, so your kids can play and win, where it matters most. Visit telcoplus.org today. We are your financial solution. Credit and membership qualifications apply. Equal housing lender, insured by the NCUA.
Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Harlan, the sports guy, Pigskin Bob, back on the John King Coaches Show, presented by Peters Chevrolet in Longview, and Oscar Wilson filling in for Coach King right now. And all morning long, we've been here for about an hour this morning before we turned on the headsets. And you keep telling me that we're going on a business trip. And you told your granddaughter we're going on a business trip. And you told Johnny Vaughn we're going on a business trip. And what did I say? That's good, because they mean business.
We know that. And I talked to Coach Todd. That's the head coach at
who is also your son-in-law.
Yeah, my son-in-law.
That's part of the storyline here.
Our talk always centers around how we're going to play. I said, we coming up there to take care of business. He said, well, that's good, because we are too.
Yeah.
We're here for business. So it's going to be a great ball game. It's going to be football played at a high level. That's what we intend to do. They intend to do it. So it's going to be a great ball game for you fans to watch. It's not going to be boring. We're going up there to take care of business.
No, this is two of the great programs in the history of Texas football. The Golden Bears and the Longview Lobos, and meeting in Dallas tonight. It's just beautiful, and it's kind of, I either give you the credit or it's your fault that this series has developed, didn't it? Tell everybody that.
Well, when Jason got the job at South Oak Cliff, he said, now what do I need to do? I said, you need to play Longview. Point blank. He said, what? I said, you need to play Longview.
Why would I want to play Longview?
Yeah.
To get yourself ready. Your team's mindset of playing tough football. Because we're going to play tough football. And you just had the same mindset for your guys. He said, thank you. And he got in touch with Coach King, got the contract, and we've been playing ever since.
And the reasoning, part of the reasoning, and your theory about that, their district is so weak.
What?
I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Yep.
There's not a lot of challenge, and so you better get ready in non-district play, or you won't be ready when playoff time comes around, right?
Right. After he got us on the schedule, he went out and got Duncanville, North Shore, and DeSoto.
Yeah.
Now, what else could you ask for?
Yeah, Kansas State.
Right. Well, the thing about it is, in the Metroplex, those are your top dogs. So he wanted to be one of the top programs in the area. So How do you get better? Play them.
All right, they have a three-headed monster of running backs there. Okay, I've been doing a little bit of research, Coach. You could thank me later. Over 200 yards apiece, all three of these kids. Are they that special of a crew of running backs right now? Because they haven't been running up against tall grass.
Yes, they're that good. But what we're going to do is play our brand of football. And we have guys assigned to different areas and to take that away.
Is their offensive line making this happen for them? I mean, are we going to see one of the premier offensive lines tonight?
You can see one of the biggest line outside of college in high school.
Really?
Yes. They average about 6'2", about 300 pounds.
And they'll all be playing in college in 2 years, next year, things like that.
They have a lot of college commits playing for them right now. The cornerback, number 5, committed to Clemson. The linebacker is going, where is he going? I can't remember. But he's going to a major college. So we know what we're faced with. And we're welcome to task.
They got a receiver going to SMU.
Yes.
They got someone going to Baylor.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Coach,
linebacker, that's
Yeah. Is Trey Hamilton, is he that close to breaking out?
Yes, he is. And I was asked a question a while ago about the passing game. Trey is ready to take that next step. It's up to us to put in position to do that with our receivers. We're going to be better than we were last week.
What does he have to do to make that step?
Just be more self-confident. That's the word I'd like to use. He needs to be more confident in what he's doing and feel comfortable in the offense and just execute.
I've been texting with Coach King all morning long.
Okay.
He's up working already.
Of course.
This morning. And I said, give me a question for Coach Wilson. And here's what he wrote. Ask him about the game day devotional he does each week. Has done it for a long time. So give us some game day devotional. That's Coach King orders.
Okay. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, you got a platform.
I usually have a word that we try to focus on. After we went 2-2 last year, I came back and told them it's going to take unity. And they kind of looked at me and I said, it's going to take unity to win this rest of this year. They came together as a group of men. And I use this as an example. God is 3 in 1. He's the Father, He's the Son, and He's the Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit. He's 3 in 1. That's what we're going to need to be. One heartbeat, beating this one. And that's where we go out. And today, I'm going to talk to the guys. I got something I'm going to talk to them about. And we're going to go out and get on that bus and go take care of business in Dallas.
There you go.
How can you not drink Oscar Wilson Kool-Aid, all right?
I'm in.
Yes,
Coach,
I'm in.
If you need me for one play tonight, I can suit up and give you one good play. I'll get after the quarterback one time.
Yeah.
Well, if you give me one, you got to give me more than one.
No, you're going to need the trainer.
You're going to have to Lobo up.
You're going to need the
Okay.
trainer.
Yeah, he's best on the sidelines, Coach.
All right, good luck tonight, and we're all behind you. We all got Coach King in our hearts. We're all thinking of you, and we want to see the Lobos beat up the Golden Bears. They came here last year and got us. Let's go ruin their day.
45-44. Remember that.
Well, it's already been talked about. That's my message to them. 45-44.
Remember.
That's what you got to remember. Every play, 45-44. If you start slacking off, just think 45-44. We don't want a repeat. It's not going to happen.
Wouldn't you love to win tonight 45-44? Would that just be perfect?
I would like to win 7-0.
Right.
But if you could pick.
If I could pick.
45-44 would be fun.
It would be.
Go get them. We'll talk next week. That's Oscar Wilson, the interim head coach for your Longview Lobos. Harlan and Bob wrapping up the John King Coaches Show. A big thank you to Peter Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat. We'll take a break, come back, and send it to Kincaide Stadium for Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn's call of tonight's Longview Lobos South Oak Cliff Golden Bear football game live right here on 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobo High School football. Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
It's football time again, and Peter Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. like our lease special. Only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax. Only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This has been the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick and Longview.
At McDaniel's Quality Body Works, we pride ourselves in quality, collision repair, and friendly service. McDaniel's is at the forefront of today's complex vehicles by being certified by General Motors, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Honda, Infiniti, Kia, and Hyundai. These certifications require intensive I-CAR training along with an investment in new equipment and technology. When you need peace of mind for collision repair, call McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, or Gilmer.
Getting your favorite Chick-fil-A has never been easier. With the Chick-fil-A app, you can order ahead for carry-out, dine-in, or the drive-thru. Want it brought right to your door? Try Chick-fil-A Delivery straight from the East or West Longview locations. Plus, every order earns you Chick-fil-A rewards, and you can redeem them for your favorites. Fast, convenient, and rewarding. That's the Chick-fil-A app. Download today and make mealtime simple. And be sure to follow Chick-fil-A East Longview and Chick-fil-A West Longview on Facebook and Instagram for fun giveaways, exciting new products, and community updates.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Hey y'all, it's Fozzie Whitaker for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. On the field, I learned the importance of being ready for anything. That's why I trust Tri-State to keep my home powered up when it matters most. Call now for up to $2,000 off a new standby whole home generator. 903-331-0466 or visit tristategenerators.com. And make sure to let them know Fozzie sent you.
Call now for up to $2,000 off. Fozzie Whitaker is a customer and paid endorser for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. Friday Night Football. It's more than a game. It's community, pride, and giving your kids the best opportunities. With a mortgage from Telco Plus Credit Union, you can make sure your family is in the school district where champions are made, on and off the field. We offer competitive rates, quick approvals, and the hometown service you can trust. Get in the right home, in the right district, so your kids can play and win, where it matters most. Visit telcoplus.org today. We are your financial solution. Credit and membership qualifications apply. Equal housing lender insured by the NCUA.
What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Hell yeah! 106.5 Jack FM presents Longview Lobo High School Football.
KOOY Jacksonville. Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Also brought to you by Eastman Credit Union, Longview Kilgore Cable TV, Sorey and Hoover Law Firm, Fish's RV Center, Longview Orthopedic Clinic, Christus Good Shepherd, Soapy's Car Wash, Hot Dog Express, Telco Plus Credit Union, and McDaniel's Quality Body Works. The Lobos are on 106.5 Jack FM.
Allison elected to defer. Although it was about as clear as mud what they just did as far as the officiating to show us who won it. But I believe Longview is going to get the coin to get the ball to start the first half. Right now it is 91 degrees, 93 with a heat index, about 47% humidity, winds out of the southeast at about 7 miles an hour. Could be a problem when you're going from left to right as we go down the field. The Lobos in their white jerseys, white pants with the green numbers outlined in gold, the green headgear with the classic L, and the South Cliff Golden Bears in their all black uniforms with white numerals today, and the black helmets that say Mecca on the side. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll get ready for the kickoff of this ball game. South Oak Cliff and Longview from Kincaide Stadium in Dallas. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
It's football time again, and Peters Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. Like our lease special, only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax, only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Back at Kincaide Stadium, where we're getting ready for the kickoff between the Longview Lobos and the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears. This game selected by the Texas High School Coaches Association as the game of the week, and it's being televised live on Victory Plus, as well as, of course, here on 106.5 Jack FM. So we'll have all that action for you. The game, because of the televised start, will start about 7:35 as opposed to the usual 7:30 start, but we'll be getting underway very shortly. Johnny, you're looking at the key matchups tonight. What are you looking at?
Well, again, one of the things that you got to look at is the offensive front of SOC. I mean, they've just got tremendous size. You just don't see high school teams with that size. And then the other thing is the speed that they have offensively. They've got two quarterbacks, a couple of running backs. All of them can run. And plus they've got a long history of being a great football team. And so Longview's got that too. But it's going to be interesting here tonight. There's no win. At least there's not any now. And we'll see exactly how this starts.
One thing I thought about as we were coming up here today is I think it's going to be very key that Longview A doesn't get off to the slow start that they've gotten off to the last two ball games. But more than that, they really need to establish that running game and try to keep that ball away from South Oak Cliff. They need to control the clock tonight. Maybe go back to playing a little bit more like we're used to seeing with the Lobos on a regular basis, where they ran the ball 80% of the time. It's not that you want to take the ball out of Trey Hamilton's hands. It's just that the path of least resistance may be to keep South Oak Cliff on the sidelines is on their offense.
Yeah, I mean, Longview's, for a long time, everybody recognized how well Longview runs the football. And we've had 3, 4, 5 years of that. In the last few, so far this year, we really haven't, the running game hadn't been what it has been in the past. But having said that, you know, you don't really expect to lose some of the players we left come up this year and look like you did last year. But it'll be interesting. I would suspect that you'll see us run the ball more tonight.
The offense is going to take the field tonight with Beckett Cox at center, Damarian Pickering and Star Shaw the guards, Brady Yoder and Jaden Jackson the tackles. The tight end will be Jaden Washington, Jaden Herndon, Jordan Hobbs, and Anthony Huffman will be the receivers. Trey Hamilton will be the quarterback. Kylan Cummings and Mason Washington will be in the backfield. South Oak Cliff is lining up to kick it off. They will kick from our right to our left. And back deep, of course, the Lobos have two receivers lined up on either 10. And they are waiting, I'm sure, for television to be able to start this kickoff. So we'll be standing here for a few minutes. Defensively for South Oak Cliff, this is what we're talking about. Defensive ends, they expect to start Trammell Mentor. He's 6'4", weighs 225. The tackles, Corday Houston is 6'3", 280. The other tackle, Jadarian Jones, is 6'2", 290. That's going to be a tough matchup for the Longview Lobos. Leighton Henderson is the other defensive end. He's 6'3", 230. Linebackers should be Kalen Davis. We'll see if Ricky Giles is going to play tonight. He did not dress out last week against Duncanville. He's one of their better defensive players. Other linebacker playing for the injured number 7, Jamarian Phillips, who is a Baylor commit, is Cody Smith. He's a sophomore, but he's played very, very well. Had a nice write-up in the Dallas Morning News earlier this week. And then the third linebacker will be Jamari Stewart. He's 6 foot 210. Corners, Marcel Gibson, a Clemson commit for 2026, is 6 feet 180, and the other corner, Colin Cottingham. And then the safeties, watch out for Isaiah Udom. He's 6'2" and 190. He's a senior. And then, of course, the safety, Jairian Hampton, as well. So going to be quite a matchup between these Longview Lobos. And what we've seen in the last few weeks is, again, the Lobos kind of sputter around, don't get a first down, have to punt the football, get behind by a touchdown or two, and then finally get things going. That can't happen tonight. South Oak Cliff is too explosive. Keep in mind, last week, again, they're down 35-14 to Duncanville in the second half, and they come back and they lose by a touchdown. So they can get on the board fast.
I think it's imperative when Longview gets the ball that we run the ball at South Oak Cliff on the first 2 or 3 plays just to see how this works, because I think we've got the running game, although through this point in the season we really haven't seen the running game that we've had in the past years. So.
But we want to make this clear. It's been an effective running game, but it hasn't been something where you can get a running back handed off and suddenly he busted for 80 yards. We haven't had those kind of runs, but we've had time-consuming drives and, getting 9-10 yards a carry. You just haven't seen any home runs so far this year. All right, I think we're finally ready to start this football game. Good crowd came over from Longview, and a good crowd here on the home side for South Oak Cliff. Lobos 6-1-1 in this series. That first win by South Oak Cliff last year in that wild ball game at Lobo Stadium. And again, just waiting for the TV people to say, you can go now. And then we will go and get this game underway. We're delighted that you're here. Thank you very much for joining us. If you couldn't make it to the game and you're listening, we appreciate it very much. Kickoff team and the kickoff return team have been standing around for about 3 minutes now, waiting for this thing to get underway. Our game tonight brought to you by Eastman Credit Union, Sorey and Hoover Law Firm, Chick-fil-A, Diagnostic Clinic of Longview, Peters Chevrolet, Bish RV, McDaniels Quality Body Works, Telco Plus Credit Union, and Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center. So we continue to stretch. Okay, finally we're able to tee this thing up. The officials say, let's go. So Cesar Alvera tees it up. He's a right-footed soccer-style kicker. He's got orange shoes on to go with that black uniform. And we are about to get underway. Puts his foot into it. Kicks it toward the left. It'll go out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. And the Lobos will take over 1st and 10. They'll be at their own 25-yard line.
I might mention that there's no wind blowing so far tonight. Well,
it's up the hill. You see some wind, but when you look at the flags on the goalpost, they're all still. So depends on how high you are. We're 3 miles up, and we walked every bit of it, so we know.
That's for sure.
Actually, they'll start this drive at the 30, and the Lobos will go from our left to our right. They'll send Jace Peterson to the right, Herndon to the left. They're in the I formation. They'll turn and play action fake, rolling right. Trey Hamilton throws it underneath, caught at the 40, still on his feet at the 50, down at the 47-yard line is Jaden Herndon, and that's a nice way to start this football game.
And he rolled to the right and looked up the field and then came back to Herndon. It's a perfect throw. Good way to start this game for Longview.
That was a 24-yard gain. And it's 1st and 10 Longview in sock territory at the 46. In the gun now. Handoff up the middle. Mason Washington ran into a stone wall and went down after a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Ball at the sock 43-yard line. Trey Hamilton, 23 of 39 for 254 yards and a touchdown pass. He's also rushed for 114 yards in the first 2 ball games. In the gun again, back to throw. Hamilton fires it right side, caught by Herndon at the 38-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain. Not enough for the first down. They're short by about a yard. They get right up to the line of scrimmage. Hamilton calls the play at the line, then he goes back in the gun. It's a gun right formation, and they'll hand it off to Mason Washington into the secondary. He gets to the 30, and it's a 1st down Longview. So far, so good for the Lobos offense against this huge South Oak Cliff defense.
Well, it is a great start for Longview. They've got a couple of pass receptions, and then they've had a couple of pretty decent runs.
The balance is nice. Peterson's going to go wide left this time as the ball's on the right hash mark. 1st and 10 from the 30 at sock territory. Handoff right side. Running down to around the 25-yard line is Mason Washington for a 5-yard gain. South Oak Cliff will play something like 18 players on defense. 11 of those people are seniors. Tons of experience to go along with some massive size on the defensive line and tons of speed in the secondary. 9:26 to play, first quarter. No score. Herndon and Peterson will go wide left, and you have a lone wide receiver to the short side of the field. That looks like Anthony Huffman. And they'll hand it off. No, check that. That's Kincaide Davis. Davis tries a jet sweep, gets the 1st down, breaks a tackle, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Longview.
What a run.
Kincaide Davis, the backup quarterback, is a terrific athlete, and they're going to use him all over the field. He lined up as a wide receiver to the right. They ran a jet sweep to the left. He got bottled up at around the 15-yard line and then busted it and went all the way for the score.
Well, that was quite impressive.
Wow. And took almost 3 minutes off the clock doing it. Filippi goes on the board. First drive of the game, Longview 7, South Oak Cliff nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
It's football time again, and Peter Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. like our lease special. Only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax. Only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Life is full of healthcare needs, large and small, from the birth of a child to caring for elderly patients. Since 1975, the Diagnostic Clinic of Longview has been serving East Texans with quality, personalized patient care, from comprehensive family medicine to a variety of specialties: pediatrics, OBGYN, internal medicine, general surgery, orthopedics, neurology, sleep medicine, and more. Diagnostic Clinic, always voted the best of East Texas, and always there to meet your healthcare needs. Online at dcol.net.
Back at Kincaide Stadium, where the Longview Lobos have just taken the opening kickoff and driven it 70 yards in just about 3 minutes. Big play, Trey Hamilton to Jaden Herndon for 24 yards. That set up a jet sweep by Jacaden Davis, who broke several tackles actually, came out of a scrum at about the 15-yard line and took it 25 yards for a touchdown. Lobos on top 7-0. Couldn't ask for a better start.
It was an impressive start for Longview. They did a couple of things. You know, they threw the ball and then ran the ball pretty well. And I think this is kind of going to be a little bit of a shock to the system with South Oak Cliff.
It shocks me.
Yeah.
DeLuna Gustavo is going to kick it off for the Lobos. Again, from our left to our right. Back deep. Levon Morton. And that kick taken by Morton at the goal line, coming out 5, 10, 15, has a hole, 20, 25, still running, finally brought down at the 30-yard line. Caden Carter made the tackle on the play. Good return by Levon Morton. Stock will start this drive with 8:53 to go in the first quarter. And they'll be at their own 30. We'll check their lineup for you just a moment. Jaden Williams is the quarterback. Wing right, gun left. Flag goes down before the snap. That'll be a false start, and we'll tell you that Reggie Epps is the center. Zion Ragster, 280 pounds, one guard. Bryson Ramsey Brooks, 340 pounds, the other guard. The tackles, Brian Swanson is 300 pounds, and Cortavius DeSabe is 275. And it's first down and 15 now, back at the 25-yard line. High snap, handoff, again to Morton. Morton, gang tackled by the Lobo defense. Jaden Woolridge in there along with Lawson Tubb, who in the last two ball games, each game he's had 12 tackles.
Well, that was a good. The whole left side of Longview's line just went down the line and made the play. I mean, that's pretty impressive for the Lobos' defensive front.
Jalen Moore goes wide left. He's in the slot, and there's a receiver on the outside of him on second down and 14. The quarterback kept it this time. That's Jaden Williams on a quarterback sweep. And he got to around the 31-yard line for a gain of 5 on the play. Lobos defense, Darrell Dolly, Kristen Williams, and Tyson Johnson are the linemen. The linebackers, Jaden Woolridge, Jessier Hampton-Williams, Lawson Tubbs, and Bradley Williams. Corners are Decaden Carter and Josiah Hill. Safeties, T.J. Jackson and Hobart Nelson. Third down and 10 from the 30. Trips to the right. Deep ball thrown, almost intercepted by T.J. Jackson, who stepped in front of the intended receiver and broke it up. And Sock's going to have to punt it.
That's a pretty impressive defensive group to start this game against Sock.
Nate Coleman will come out to punt at the line of scrimmage again, the 30-yard line. He's back at his own 16. Caden Carter is at the 40 in Longview territory to receive the punt. They've had a trouble with high snaps, but not this time. Took a couple of steps to his right. Carter takes it at the 35, 40, 45, still running, 50. Breaks a tackle, gets to the 48-yard line. That's going to be a return of 13 yards. And Longview will set up in the South Oak Cliff territory. 7:18 to play here in the first quarter. Lobos lead at 7-0. They'll start at the Sock 48. Carter with that 13-yard punt return. And now I'm assuming we have a TV timeout, so we'll stand here with you. We get a feel for this, Matt Morton. We may be pitching it to you for some breaks here, but right now we want to get a feel for it first. Don't forget, there's nothing quite like high school football in Texas, and no one gives you the lowdown on every victory, defeat, and blowout like the Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Harlan the Sports Guy, Pigskin Bob, and a supporting cast of the Lone Star State's best athletes, band members, drill teams, cheerleaders, and mascots. Check out the show on KYKX 1057 right after the ball game. Lobos took the opening kickoff, drove it 70 yards on their first possession, held it for 3 minutes. And Jacaden Davis, who is normally listed as the backup quarterback, lined up as a wide receiver on the right side and took it on a jet sweep all the way around the left side. Again, busted out of a scrum at about the 15-yard line, had to plant his left hand to balance himself, and then still had the power to break that group and get into the end zone. So now here come the Lobos. Defensively, we'll give you the lineup for South Oak Cliff in just a moment. From the Sock 48-yard line, Lobos come out in a wing right, 2 wide receivers in a little tighter, and a handoff to the left side, right up the middle to McCaden Frazier, and Frazier will get to the 45-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 7. Hamilton stepping into the huddle now, and they break. Lining up to his left is Kylan Cummings. They're still in the gun. They've got 2 wide receivers to the right. And now they send the man in the left to the near side. That's Herndon. Hamilton keeps it, and Hamilton fools nobody. He gets blown up by the South Oak Cliff defense. Number 9, Jamari Stewart, one of their best linebackers, stuffing him for a 2-yard loss back to the 47. 3rd down and 9. Lobos definitely taking their time. They want to milk this clock as much as they can. They'll send 3 wideouts to the left side. Lone wide receiver about 5 yards outside the right tackle. Hamilton back to throw, sets up a screen, throws it underneath. Jace Peterson complete on the crossing route to around the 40-yard line. where he's driven back. He may be just a bit shy of the first down. Leighton Henderson was able to bring him in on the tackle. The defensive end chased him down. But because of the short route, 4th down and about 3, Lobos are going to go for it. They get up right up to the line of scrimmage. And again, have 3 wide to the left, single wide receiver to the right. It's a bunch formation. And a gun right. Hamilton checks the sidelines. And on 4th down, they'll hand it off. Right up the middle. I don't think he's going to get the first down.
No, he was hit at the line of scrimmage.
Caden Graves with the ball carrier. It was Henderson again that stopped him. So 4th down run was not good. And the Lobos are going to turn it over on downs. 4:57 to play in the first quarter. South Oak Cliff getting a little momentum now. They'll start at their own 40. Man in motion to the left slot. And now they will hand it off to the tailback. And it will be Mikhail Trotter who gets thrown down. Lawson Tubb was the guy that's in on the stop. It's 2nd down and 9. Ball's placed at the South Oak Cliff 41. Golden Bears have the ball for the 2nd time tonight. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Gun right. Jaden Williams back to throw. Quick screen out to the left side. Caught with nobody around and tons of running room by number 13, Jalen Moore. And Moore gets into Longview territory before Bradley Williams is able to bring him down. It's a big gain, an explosive play for South Oak Cliff. They'll spot it at the 38-yard line. That's a 22-yard pass play. First and 10. South Oak Cliff at the Longview 38-yard line. And again, busting it out on a quick pass, number 16, Delvin Cook. Josiah Hill made the stop. And it's good for the first down on the 10-yard gain. He brought it out to the 28-yard line in Longview territory. 3:41 to go. Longview leads at 7-0. Handoff this time. Levon Morton had a huge hole on the left side, busted it to the 15, to the 10, down at the 9 before T.J. Jackson was able to pick him up. A 20-yard gain. Morton gives South Oak Cliff 1st and goal at the 10. High snap, handoff. Morton tries the right side. Nowhere to go. Bottled up. Tyson Johnson, the first man there. So good defensive stand by the Lobos on this first down. It's 2nd and goal now from the 9. $2:52 to play in the first quarter. South Oak Cliff trying to tie it up. Morton will line up to the right of Jaden Williams. In motion, Delvin Cook. And they'll sweep Morton to the left side. Morton trucked a defender. Boy, I mean, he ran right over James Pierce and got to around the 5-yard line, setting up a 3rd down and goal from the 5. South Oak Cliff runs a lot of motion, a lot of misdirection, a lot of quick screens. Now they've got twin wide receivers to either side. Morton lined up to Williams' right. 3rd and 5, or 3rd and goal from the 5. In motion, Jalen Moore, back to throw, rolling right. Williams pulls it down. Flag goes down as he goes to the 1 and gets jacked up.
Flag thrown in.
That's Jessier Hampton Williams really hammered Jaden Williams right before he got into the end zone, but there's a flag back at the 12. And it looks like a hold. That'd be great news for Longview. It is a hold against the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears. So wipe out a nice gain that set him up for possibly a 4th and goal at the 1. And that backs him up to the 15, where it's 1st and goal now. Check that, 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line. 3 wide to the right, ball's on the left hash mark. Williams back to throw, looks right, fires over the middle. It's a slant caught in double coverage at the 8-yard line and then tackled right there. That was Torrin Teague that made the tackle, and Bradley Williams was able to bring him down. But it's 4th down now after a 5-yard gain at the 10-yard line. 4th and goal, and they decide to pass on a field goal. They're going to go for it now unless we get a timeout. And a timeout is called by John Berry and the Longview defense, and we'll take a timeout with them. 30 seconds. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
It's football time again, and Peter Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. Like our lease special, only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax, only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Okay. John Berry. Back at Kincaide Stadium following the Longview timeout. It's 4th and goal from the 10, and South Oak Cliff and Jason Todd decide to send the kicker out on the field. Cesar Alvera. Ball will be spotted at the 15 for a 25. Make that 26-yard field goal. It is up, and it is good. And South Oak Cliff is on the board. Longview 7, South Oak Cliff 3 with 1:09 to play in the first quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
At McDaniel's Quality Body Works, we pride ourselves in quality, collision repair, and friendly service. McDaniel's is at the forefront of today's complex vehicles by being certified by General Motors, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Honda, Infiniti, Kia, and Hyundai. These certifications require intensive I-CAR training along with an investment in new equipment and technology. When you need peace of mind for collision repair, call McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, or Gilmer.
26-yard field goal by Cesar Alvera. It's a 60-yard drive for South Oak Cliff. It took about 4 minutes off the clock. A hold broke up the drive and forced South Oak Cliff to have to kick the football. The Bears will kick it off now. But they're on the board trailing by 4. Alvera kicks it. Taken at the 3. Brought out by Carter to the 15-yard line, and he's swarmed. And that's where he'll go down. 1:01 to play in the first quarter. Longview will start at their own 16-yard line. Longview 7, South Oak Cliff 3. And there's a penalty, an offsides penalty against South Oak Cliff on the kick. So let's see what that means as they are sending the teams to the sideline. Now, a lot of confusion out here right now. They're bringing the ball all the way out to the 30-yard line, so it was a 15-yard penalty.
I mean,
clear as mud. I have no idea what the call is. But whatever it is, it's good for Longview because it gives them great field position with 1:01 to play in the quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it got there, but it's a good place to be.
Take it and run. Not the most communicative officiating crew. And now the official stands over the ball, and now there's going to be a conference. Okay, this is great. This is perfect for Victory Plus Television, right?
I'm telling you.
Dallas's finest in action. So there's a conference. Who knows?
See them go all the way over there.
Yeah, they've got a group over there talking to the Longview coaching staff, and now they're going to move the ball back. Okay, now the ball is being placed at the 23. It's a 5-yard penalty for offsides. They marked it off as 15 and then realized, wait a minute, we've messed up. Okay. So now the drive will start at the 23-yard line. We've got that established. It'll be on the right hash mark. Single wide receivers to either side and a handoff on the sweep to Mason Washington. The flag goes down as Washington goes down the sidelines. He's across midfield. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, but it's going to be a sprint for nothing.
Man.
Because that flag went down, and apparently Jaden Herndon had his hands up. I don't know what that was about, but there was a flag that came into the backfield, probably a hold.
Yeah, and that happens. That's just what we've been waiting for through the first part of this, the long run, and that was a great one, but it's going to be pulled back. Man.
Blocking the back is what Matt Houston is saying right now. Nice to have my boy here today, too, to help out with the blind old man. So wipe out about a 75-yard run for an illegal block by Longview. Man, you don't get those opportunities very often. It is a block in the back. It's declined. Personal foul. Blindside block. That may be what Herndon was being talked to about. That's 15 yards. That hurts. Because now they're going to walk that ball back all the way to the 12-yard line. Ouch.
Well, now that takes the air out of your sail.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Great run by Mason Washington. Of course, if you got 2 fouls on the play, that might explain it, but 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Lobos remain in the gun, but they've got tight receivers to the right, 2 of them. And they'll hand it off to Washington up the middle, and Washington will get a gain of about 3 to the 15-yard line. Clock continues to run at 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 18. Longview has to get the ball out to the 33-yard line for a first down. And the clock is moving, and it looks like we're going to let the clock run out here in the first quarter and switch sides of the field. and see what we can do with the second quarter. At the end of one quarter of play, Longview 7, South Oak Cliff 3. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Looking for a stress-free way to finance your next car? Fuel your dreams with an ECU auto loan. Financing your next vehicle doesn't have to be overwhelming. ECU is here to help you every step of the way. We offer competitive rates, up to 125% financing, and no payments for 60 days, so you can drive worry-free with an auto loan that fits your needs. Just visit ecu.org/auto now to get started. Eastman Credit Union.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Station. Matt Houston in helping out the spot tonight. Glad to have him here. This game brought to you by Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. Keeping your home powered up when it matters most. Visit tristategenerators.com. So a long touchdown run by Mason Washington was wiped off the board by a blindside block by Jaden Herndon. And the Lobos have the ball at their own 15-yard line with a second down and 18. They got to get out to the 33 for the first. Line of scrimmage. Technically the 16, I guess. And again, we'll wait for a TV timeout to be wrapped up. And this takes some getting used to when you're not doing this on a regular basis. Hey, it's cooled off to a nice breezy 84 degrees too, so. This is the start of probably the toughest stretch of the Longview season. 2 straight road games here, and then next week against a top 5 ranked Ruston Bulldogs team in Louisiana. Have an open date and then turn around and have to open up district play on the road against Rockwall. 3 straight road games in a 4-week span. On second down, bootleg. Hamilton rolls left. Pressure coming from the backside. Now he'll run. And he'll get taken out of bounds around the 17-yard line. Tackle was made out there by number 10, Isaiah Udom, who's an outstanding safety. So only 4-yard gain on the play, and it's going to be third down now and 15. Pass rush got to Hamilton before he could allow the pass to develop, let his receivers get down the field a bit. They'll come out, left hash mark, running back to the right. Hamilton goes back to throw. Pressure coming.
Yeah, somebody missed a block.
Cody Smith, the linebacker, blitzed and was unaccounted for. And so the Lobos will have to punt the football. Cody Smith filling in for the Baylor commit, Jamarian Phillips, only a sophomore, but showed he can play.
Now we got a punt from deep in our own territory here.
Line of scrimmage is the 8. Jordan Hobbs will put his foot into it Didn't get a ton on it, but then it gets a great Longview roll, and it will die at the 42-yard line. Turns out to be a 42-yard punt.
That's from punting inside your 10-yard line back there and then getting that off. That's a pretty good way to. That's just really a pressured punt that gets the ball out almost to midfield.
Flip the field, put South Oak Cliff in their own territory. They're at their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 wide to the right side. And they hand it off for no gain on the play to number 4. That's Levon Morton. And Jaden Woolridge was in there to stop him. He dropped him for about a yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Line of scrimmage, the 42. Wing right, ball's on the left hash, 2 wide to the right, and then a receiver lined up outside the 40 to the boundary side. Man in motion is Jalen Moore, and they'll hand it off coming right. That's Levon Morton. Morton will get to the 45-yard line, and Bradley Williams, the linebacker, will bring him down. Gained about 3 on that play. It's 2nd down now, and 6, 3rd down and 6. Lobos have done a good job against this South Oak Cliff offense so far in the first half.
Yeah, they really have. And South Oak Cliff with tremendous speed, and Longview's been able to match it.
Everybody up to play man right now. Back to throw Williams. Williams fires it and finds a receiver in the seam, throws a dart, and it's caught by Jalen Moore. T.J. Jackson made the tackle, but not before South Oak Cliff converted for a 1st down. That was a nice pass by Williams. 12-yard gain on the play. 1st and 10 now for South Oak Cliff. From the 43, they'll hand it off, and it's Morton. Morton into the secondary. Morton across the 25 and down at the 23-yard line. T.J. Jackson might have saved a touchdown there. 1st down, South Oak Cliff. They'll be at the 25-yard line. That was an 18-yard run. Handoff again, this time coming right, getting across the 20 and down. Bradley Williams makes the stop on a new running back, number 23, Cordy Fields. 2nd down and tempo. They're right up to the line of scrimmage, which is the 19-yard line. Williams faked it, then kept it around the right side. The quarterback stretched it out to the 15, but he's going to be called down at the 16-yard line. Tyson Johnson making the stop. Now it's 3rd down and 1 from the 16-yard line, and again, right up to the line of scrimmage. South Oak Cliff suddenly picking up the pace here. Gun left, 2 wide receivers, wide left, ball's on the right hash, handoff right up the middle and walking into the end zone for the touchdown. My goodness, nobody touched him. Cordy Fields. Wow.
Yeah, that's straight up the middle, and nobody even got a hand on the Fields.
16-yard touchdown run. That's that big offensive line for South Oak Cliff that just blew that hole wide open. And in for the extra point now. Alvera, it's up, and it's good. And South Oak Cliff takes the lead, 10-7 over the Longview Lobos with 7 minutes to go in the first half. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Getting your favorite Chick-fil-A has never been easier. With the Chick-fil-A app, you can order ahead for carry-out, dine-in, or the drive-thru. Want it brought right to your door? Try Chick-fil-A Delivery straight from the East or West Longview locations. Plus, every order earns you Chick-fil-A rewards, and you can redeem them for your favorites. Fast, convenient, and rewarding. That's the Chick-fil-A app. Download today and make mealtime simple. And be sure to follow Chick-fil-A East Longview and Chick-fil-A West Longview on Facebook and Instagram for fun giveaways, exciting new products, and community updates.
68-yard drive with Cordy Fields going up the middle, 16 yards for the touchdown to give South Oak Cliff the lead, 10-7, with 7 minutes even to go here in the second quarter. Matt Houston telling us that the Lobos have decided to use their safeties to help to take away the slants and the stuff on the sidelines where you try to get the ball out in space down the sidelines for quick scores, but that leaves the middle wide open. And in this particular case, with that huge offensive line blowing a hole, there was no safety in the middle of the field. Corday Fields was able to just run in there untouched for the score. Did I do that right? Okay, good. Just making sure. So now Longview down for the first time in this ball game, and will probably have to adjust and decide maybe they can't leave themselves that vulnerable up the middle. Want to remind you, we will be in Ruston, Louisiana next week. I believe that's a 7:30 kickoff as well. We'll double check that for you. Coach Jarrett Ball, longtime offensive coordinator for Coach Pat Collins and for John King, coaching his Ruston Bulldogs. They've already won one state championship under Coach Ball. It'll be good to see him and see his team. They're going to be a handful. I got word from some friends in Louisiana. They routed Acadiana out of Lafayette last week, and most folks don't do that. They beat them by about 40. So they've got a good ball club. Coach Oscar Wilson will be with Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob at 7 o'clock next week, and then we'll be on the air at 7:30 for the call. Alvera will kick it off. And Carter will take it at the 16. Brought it up to the 20, busted a hole, 30, 35, 40, caught from behind at the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a great return on the sideline here. Broke a couple of tackles and gets it out into see where they're going to mark it.
Well, Darren Reinhardt was the man that made the stop. Brought it out to the 48-yard line. 6:52 to go in the first half. Carter with a couple of really nice kickoff returns. Lobos come out wing right. They stay in the gun with the running back to the right, and they'll hand it off this time up the middle, breaking a tackle, and Mason Washington getting to the 46-yard line in sock territory. Gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4 for Longview with 6:28 to go in the first half. Wing right, handoff again, this time trying the right side, and this time no running room for Mason Washington. As the defense for South Oak Cliff pinched down, Cody Smith in there for at least partial help with the tackle, along with Isaiah Udom. 3rd down and 3 now for Longview. They need to keep this drive alive. From the Sock 45. 3 wide to the right side. They'll hand it off, coming right. And busting it and getting the first down, Kylan Cummings on the sweep. Kylan Cummings is their tough yardage, and a flag goes out. Well, we got some yapping going on. That's the one thing you don't want to get baited into here in Longview. Don't let Sock get you into a yapping contest. Flag went up immediately after Cummings got that first down to the 40-yard line. Let's hope that stands.
Cummings is definitely a power back for us. He had last week a good game, and now that was an impressive run too. He made something out of kind of nothing, but we do get the penalty.
An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that's offsetting, so nothing happens except, boys, shut up. No damage done that time, but the next flag could be a problem. 5:39 to play in the first half. Sock leads Longview 10-7. Lobos have the ball at the South Oak Cliff 40. And Hamilton will roll to his right and keep it on the quarterback sweep to the 35-yard line. 5-yard gain. And tempo, let's get back up to the line of scrimmage. Here come the Lobos, calling it at the line. 3 wide outs to the left. And again, the quarterback's keeper. And Hamilton took it and cut it up the field and got to the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain. Nate Coleman was able to bring him down.
I tell you can see not only Hamilton's size on some of these plays or these runs, but he's just flat fast too.
1st and 10, Longview. They have the ball at the South Oak Cliff 25-yard line. 4:36 to play here in the first half. They'll send 3 wide out to the left side. Ball's on the right hash. Hamilton hands it off up the middle. That's Kylan Cummings. Cummings gets to the 15-yard line. Close to the first down. Let's see what happens. Kylan Cummings.
I mean, he is a power back.
Are they going to give him the first? Yep, first down. They're moving the chains. Two big running plays by Hamilton and Kylan Cummings, both for 10 yards apiece. And now it is down to the 10-yard line, 15-yard line, correction. 3:49 to play in the game till we get to halftime. 3 wide out to the left side. Hamilton with Cummings lined up to his right. And they'll run it to the right again. Hamilton keeps it, gets around the end. Flag goes down as he gets out of bounds at the 10-yard line. That's going to be a hold against Longview.
Well, that's a shame because he turned the corner, had a chance to get that close to the score, and now we're going to be penalized.
Yep, holding against Longview.
We've had in this game some trouble with penalties.
The timing of the penalties is what really hurts because it wipes out some big plays.
Yep. That was one for sure.
Here come the Lobos now, 1st and 20 They're at the South Oak Cliff 25-yard line. 3 wide to the left side. Handoff, safe play. Cummings, he just moves the pile.
It does.
He's across the 20 to about the 18-yard line. 7-yard gain on the play.
But he doesn't look like he's that big, but when he gets the ball, he moves the pile. Or at least he has the last 2 weeks.
And we haven't seen him use the belly play that they've used when they usually will line him up as a fullback right behind the quarterback in the I formation and hand it off almost like the first option in a triple option offense. That's where he really burrows it for power. 3 wide to the left side this time. And open field, lots of space on the right, and that's where Longview will attack. And Hamilton will get the first down as he gets across the 15 to the 14-yard line. So the Sock defense is leaving the right side open, moving the safety toward the middle of the field, and then Longview is able to take advantage of it and roll to the right where there's a lot of green grass. And they've run that same play now, the quarterback sweep, 4 different times in this drive. Some chess matches going on between these two teams tonight. We're going to let the clock run down to the 2-minute timeout, and we'll take that timeout with them. 30 seconds. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
It's football time again, and Peter Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. Like our lease special, only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax, only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Matt Houston teaching me football again. Longview will line up 3 wide receivers to the left side. And when they do, the defensive backs are forced to move over to cover those receivers. And then Longview will take the ball and roll right and just run a quarterback keeper, a sweep to the right side where you have a ton of open space and numbers to your advantage. So some adjustments made by both teams to deal with the defensive alignments in this game today. Two minutes left in the first half. Want to remind you we'll have Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob giving us a preview of tonight's Friday night scoreboard show coming up at halftime. We'll also recap the scoring in this game for you. Not a lot to talk about so far. 10-7 is the ball game. South Oak Cliff leading by 3. Lobos led 7-3 at the end of the first quarter. But it's been a pretty even ball game.
Yeah, it really has. This is an opportunity for Longview that they need to come away with points, even if it just means a field goal.
It's 3rd down and 10 at the 15-yard line of South Oak Cliff. Lobos have the ball. They stay in the gun. They've not gotten into the I formation tonight. 2 wide to the left. Running back to the left. Let's see if they run that quarterback. Oh, they're going to run the Jacaden Davis sweeping right. And then they'll throw the ball shot over the middle. It's incomplete. And it was intended for Jace Peterson. Ball was overthrown. And it's 4th down. And they're going to send the field goal team on now. Felipe Ayala. They're spotting the ball at the 26-yard line. It'll be a 36-yard field goal. Ayala's kick is up. It's good. And Longview's on the board, and they tie the game at 10 with 1:50 to play in the first half. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Chris's Health is here, right where you live. with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Lobos tie the ball game. They drive at 52 yards. They have to settle for a 36-yard field goal by Felipe Ayala. But we're all knotted up at 10-10 with 1:50 to go here in the first half. It's been a good ball game. Both teams have had their moments, but it's dead even right now, and I know Longview coaching staff would like to keep it that way going into the locker room at halftime. They'll do a pooch kick this time. It's taken at the 26-yard line, and good coverage downfield by Longview as the kick is only returned out to around the 31. Tackle was made by Jakira Starnes. And I believe that return was made by Levon Morton. 1:44 to go here in the first half. South Oak Cliff starts this drive. They'll be on their own 32. Three wide to the right side. Ball's in the middle of the field. Williams will roll to his right. Looks deep downfield. Ball dropped. Intended for the receiver, number 12, Jaden Williams. Devontae Hill. Incomplete. And T.J. Jackson having a nice ball game from the secondary. Coming up from his safety position to break it up. 2nd down and 10. From the 32, Jaden Williams again. And sweeping right, Levon Morton. Morton gets across the 40. Morton to the 43-yard line before he's brought down by Tyson Johnson. And a first down for South Oak Cliff. 1:26 to go, and the clock continues to move. Here comes South Oak Cliff with 3 wide to the left side. They'll look left, and they throw it to a man wide open on the sidelines, trying to fight off T.J. Jackson. A flag goes down as he's wrestled out of bounds. And I believe the catch was made by number 14, Nate Coleman. It's going to be a big game, but there's a flag down, and I'm afraid Longview may have been called for a face mask. We'll see. Boy, this would be something huge. A personal foul, face mask, and it's against South Oak Cliff.
Wow.
Wow. So wipe out that pass play, and it's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, I guess. And so instead of having the ball down around the 30-yard line, South Oak Cliff has it at the Longview 48. Man in motion to the near side. Devontae Hill lines up on the left side slot and then moves over to from right to left. And now they'll hand it off to Morton. Morton up the middle. Morton barely gets 2 yards, but he's got enough for the first down. 56 seconds to go. South Oak Cliff has all 3 timeouts. Longview has 2 timeouts left. And tempo, they're right up to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide to the right, lone receiver to the left. Ball's on the left hash mark. Rolling right and firing a sideline route. Caught by Delvin Cook. T.J. Jackson makes the tackle, but the ball's complete at the 35-yard line for another first down for South Oak Cliff, and a timeout called. Timeout right now with 38 seconds to go. South Oak Cliff called it. It's 10-10. Ball game all knotted up. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Hey, y'all, it's Fozzie Whitaker for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. On the field, I learned the importance of being ready for anything. That's why I trust Tri-State to keep my home powered up when it matters most. Call now for up to $2,000 off a new standby whole home generator. 903-331-0466 or visit tristategenerators.com. And make sure to let them know Fozzie sent you.
Call now for up to $2,000 off. Fozzie Whitaker is a customer and paid endorser for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air.
Following the first down by South Oak Cliff, they called a quick timeout. And now they're back right up on the ball at the 35-yard line with 38 seconds to go in the first half. They'll have 3 wide to the left. Back to throw, looking left, swinging it out to the back, coming out of the backfield, and a flag down in the middle of the field against the offensive line. May be a hold on the play. The catch was made by Torrin Teague out on the far sideline, and Decaden Carter made the tackle. Let's see what the penalty is. It's thrown right in the middle, right where the center would be. Now you would assume that'll be a hold. But you know what happens when you assume. All right, a holding penalty it is against South Oak Cliff, so they keep shooting themselves in the foot right here late in the first half. Wipe out another nice gain. Move the ball back to the 45-yard line in Longview territory, and it's 1st and 20 now with 32 seconds to go. Lobos want to keep South Oak Cliff off the board. 3 wide to the left, and a running back lined up to the left of the quarterback, Williams, and he'll roll left.
At Verizon, lock in a low price on the best 5G in Austin and be the best you. Stream your favorite music for that weekend adventure. Check the forecast for the big hike and save big with Verizon while you do it all. Switch today and pay $50 a month for a single line. That's right, just $50 a month when you bring in your phone on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Stop by your nearest Verizon store today. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Rankings based on root metrics. Root score report dated 2H 2024. Your results may vary. Additional terms apply.
Peter Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Back at Kincaide Stadium, Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. Matt Houston spotting. Matt Morton back at the station, keeping this thing out of the ditch. 17 seconds to go in the first half. It's 4th down and 9. South Oak Cliff has the ball. They are at the Longview 34-yard line. Lobos want to stop here just before halftime. Press coverage on the slot receiver. In motion, Jalen Moore. Back to throw, Williams. Quick pass in the zone. Caught the ball for a first down. Catch was made by Devontae Hill. Bradley Williams made the stop. Did he get the first? Yes, he did. And another timeout having to be taken, I believe. And so we'll keep it here with 10 seconds remaining. But that's a 1st and 10. And again, Lobos really want to keep South Oak Cliff out of the end zone here right before halftime. John Berry coming out to talk to the officials. And the two teams huddled up in front of each other's benches. 1st and 10 now when the timeout and the play resumes. Matt Houston letting me know that South Oak Cliff is definitely in field goal range right now. But I'm sure they'd like to get a touchdown right here and demoralize Longview if they can. They got a wing right, 2 wide to the right side, balls on the left hash mark. 1st and 10, Jaden Williams hit in the backfield. No, he breaks loose. Pressure coming. Lawson Tubbs knocks the ball out. Still run. No, it's incomplete. They called it an incomplete pass, but Lawson Tubbs does it again. Where did the kid come from?
He came out of nowhere.
It's unbelievable how fast he is. Huge defensive play with 3 seconds left on the clock now. And the field goal team comes out for South Oak Cliff, and another timeout is going to be called to let them ice the kicker. It's 10-10. South Oak Cliff and Longview tied up with 3 seconds to go in the half. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Lobos will try, the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears will try a field goal with 3 seconds remaining. If Lawson Tubbs could have gotten to the quarterback, Jaden Williams, and sacked him back at around the 40-yard line, it might have taken South Oak Cliff out of field goal range. As it is, he made a terrific play to bust up a pass. But South Oak Cliff now from the 31, it's a 41-yard field goal try. Kick is up. Kick is no good.
Kicked it to the right. You can see that.
And we're going to go into the locker room at halftime all tied up, 10-10. Alvera misses the field goal at the gun. We'll take a timeout, and we'll get started with the halftime show brought to you by Eastman Credit Union. South Oak Cliff 10, Longview 10. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Why hired the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
At McDaniel's Quality Body Works, we pride ourselves in quality, collision repair, and friendly service. McDaniel's is at the forefront of today's complex vehicles by being certified by General Motors, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Honda, Infiniti, Kia, and Hyundai. These certifications require intensive I-CAR training along with an investment in new equipment and technology. When you need peace of mind for collision repair, call McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, or Gilmer.
Friday night football. It's more than a game. It's community, pride, and giving your kids the best opportunities. With a mortgage from Telco Plus Credit Union, you can make sure your family is in the school district where champions are made, on and off the field. We offer competitive rates, quick approvals, and the hometown service you can trust. Get in the right home in the right district so your kids can play and win where it matters most. Visit telcoplus.org today. We are your financial solution. Credit and membership qualifications apply. Equal housing lender insured by the NCUA.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
It's football time again, and Peter Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. Like our lease special, only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax, only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Life is full of healthcare needs, large and small, from the birth of a child to caring for elderly patients. Since 1975, the Diagnostic Clinic of Longview has been serving East Texans with quality, personalized patient care, from comprehensive family medicine to a variety of specialties: pediatrics, OBGYN, internal medicine, general surgery, orthopedics, neurology, sleep medicine, and more. Diagnostic Clinic, always voted the best of East Texas, and always there to meet your healthcare needs. Online at dcol.net.
Getting your favorite Chick-fil-A has never been easier. With the Chick-fil-A app, you can order ahead for carry-out, dine-in, or the drive-thru. Want it brought right to your door? Try Chick-fil-A Delivery, straight from the East or West Longview locations. Plus, every order earns you Chick-fil-A rewards, and you can redeem them for your favorites. Fast, convenient, and rewarding. That's the Chick-fil-A app. Download today and make mealtime simple. And be sure to follow Chick-fil-A East Longview and Chick-fil-A West Longview on Facebook and Instagram for fun giveaways, exciting new products, and community updates.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
All the way back to the beginning when God created football.
Let's go! Welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn, Matt Houston here in the booth, and Matt Morton back at the station, live from Kincaide Stadium. Our score at halftime is 10-10. Longview and South Oak Cliff all knotted up, and the game has been that even. Longview took the opening kickoff of the ball game and drove it 70 yards in about 3 minutes. They got a big 24-yard pass from Trey Hamilton to Jaden Herndon. That set up a Jacaden Davis 25-yard jet sweep around the left side. The most impressive thing about the play is that about the 15-yard line, he is just buried by defenders for South Oak Cliff, somehow busts through that scrum and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 9:03 to go in the first quarter. It made it 7-0 Longview. South Oak Cliff comes back. They drive at 60 yards. They get a Jalen Moore 24-yard pass catch and then a 20-yard run by Morton. They end up with a 26-yard field goal by Cesar Alvera to make it 7-3. Lobos still on top, but the lead cut to 4 with 1:09 to go in the first quarter. That's how it ended after 1. In the second quarter, South Oak Cliff goes on a 68-yard drive. Williams passed to Moore for 14, then Morton with an 18-yard run, and then Cordie Fields with a 16-yard touchdown run right up the middle to give South Oak Cliff the 10-7 lead with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Longview comes back. They get a good drive going, use a couple of quarterback runs by Trey Hamilton, and Kylan Cummings gets a nice run for a sweep, and the Lobos are able to kick a 36-yard field goal by Felipe Alea to tie the game at 10-all with 1:50 to go. It was a 52-yard scoring drive. And then South Oak Cliff, in the final seconds of the first half, drives it all the way down to try a 41-yard field goal. Cesar Alvaro drives it wide right at the gun, and we are tied at 10 at the half. Longview and South Oak Cliff all knotted up. Johnny Vaughn, your thoughts about the first half?
Well, I think Longview has really done a good job against South Oak Cliff. South Oak Cliff's got tremendous size, a lot of speed, but in this first half, Longview,
Looking for a stress-free way to finance your next car? Fuel your dreams with an ECU auto loan. Financing your next vehicle doesn't have to be overwhelming. ECU is here to help you every step of the way. We offer competitive rates, up to 125% financing, and no payments for 60 days, so you can drive worry-free with an auto loan that fits your needs. Just visit ecu.org/auto now to get started. Eastman Credit Union.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
At McDaniel's Quality Body Works, we pride ourselves in quality, collision repair, and friendly service. McDaniel's is at the forefront of today's complex vehicles by being certified by General Motors, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Honda, Infiniti, Kia, and Hyundai. These certifications require intensive I-CAR training along with an investment in new equipment and technology. When you need peace of mind for collision repair, call McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, or Gilmer.
It's football time again, and Peter Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. Like our lease special, only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax, only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Life is full of healthcare needs, large and small, from the birth of a child to caring for elderly patients. Since 1975, the Diagnostic Clinic of Longview has been serving East Texans with quality, personalized patient care, from comprehensive family medicine to a variety of specialties: pediatrics, OBGYN, internal medicine, general surgery, orthopedics, neurology, sleep medicine, and more. Diagnostic Clinic, always voted the best of East Texas, and always there to meet your healthcare needs. Online at dcol.net.
Getting your favorite Chick-fil-A has never been easier. With the Chick-fil-A app, you can order ahead for carry-out, dine-in, or the drive-thru. Want it brought right to your door? Try Chick-fil-A Delivery, straight from the East or West Longview locations. Plus, every order earns you Chick-fil-A rewards, and you can redeem them for your favorites. Fast, convenient, and rewarding. That's the Chick-fil-A app. Download today and make mealtime simple. And be sure to follow Chick-fil-A East Longview and Chick-fil-A West Longview on Facebook and Instagram for fun giveaways, exciting new products, and community updates.
Oh, Mr. Gecko, is it true what they say about Geico's emergency roadside service?
I'll own up to it. Yes, it's all true.
You mean to say Geico's emergency roadside service really is 24/7?
And it's available on the phone or app. It's all part of getting more with Geico. I don't mean to be rude, but could I scooch past you all? You're standing in the way of my yoga class.
One more, Mr. Gecko, the fans must know. Why yoga?
Well, it helps with my posture. It's my back. It ain't what it used to be.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Hey y'all, it's Fozzie Whitaker for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. On the field, I learned the importance of being ready for anything. That's why I trust Tri-State to keep my home powered up when it matters most. Call now for up to $2,000 off a new standby whole home generator. 903-331-0466 or visit tristategenerators.com. And make sure to let them know Fozzie sent you.
Call now for up to $2,000 off. Fozzie Whitaker is a customer and paid endorser for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real
real cash back. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Good evening, Longview Lobo Nation. Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob, back on your Eastman Credit Union halftime show. Bob, we're obviously right here in the middle of Longview, South Oak Cliff, but you and I are covering all the other games around East Texas, and there are some tasty matchups tonight. We had a good one last night with West Rusk and Gladewater.
So much fun.
1 point game comes down to the wire. So after the Lobo game, join us as we cover the other games in high school football. For example,
I think I lost count. I think it's 63 games that we're covering tonight. So
63.
There's some good football in East Texas. Talk about Tyler Legacy and Marshall tonight in Marshall. That's a big matchup. That's got to be a top fiver.
There's a lot of games tonight, and this is certainly one of them, where both teams really don't want to lose. They want to get that record to 2-1 or get that first victory. This is a good example of both teams feel like Legacy coming off a little bit of a high. Marshall, kind of that Dallas Cowboy thing where we lost, but we played a lot better than people thought.
Exactly.
So we want to go get that win against Legacy tonight.
I think it's going to be a long night for Tyler Legacy. If Marshall plays like they did last week, I think they got that game at home.
Yeah, but I'm saying if Legacy comes out of the chute red hot like they did against the Lions last week, and they get up 3 touchdowns like they're capable of doing, could be an interesting game.
Could be one of our picks. You'll never know. Seagoville is traveling to Tyler High tonight. That's going to be a big game. But I don't think they have school buses in Seagoville. It's gravel trucks. Did you ever notice that? That's the only thing you see in Seagoville.
Right.
Gravel trucks. Corsicana is traveling to Hallsville tonight. Dallas Carter and Pine Tree, both 0-2 right now.
Yeah, fun game. That's a fun game for Pine Tree to play. It
should be a fun game.
Yeah.
Quinlan Ford is traveling to Spring Hill. You be the judge. Is this going to be a fun game? Van at Lindale.
I think it's the best game of the night. I really do. I think this is a fantastic matchup. You've got that high-powered Van offense. They're already clicking on all cylinders. But Chris Cochran's defense, boy, they look outstanding so far this year. I think you have that immovable object against the impenetrable force going at each other. I think, and it's a rivalry game on top of that. Mm-hmm. I think it's fun. I love that game.
I think some people think Gilmer-Kilgore might be the game of the night. That's going to be one humdinger of a football game.
Probably looks better on the marquee outside the studio here, but Van Lindale, I think, is your best game. But I do like that Kilgore-Gilmer game.
Liberty Ilo is traveling to Carthage tonight. It could be a long night for the Leopards.
Yeah, could be.
Could be. White House Chapel Hill should be a fun matchup tonight.
I don't know. I think we all thought Chapel Hill might move down a peg. I haven't seen it so far. Coach Reardon's got those Bulldogs clicking, man.
Does Jacksonville have what it takes to beat Henderson in Henderson tonight?
Not yet.
I don't think they're ready for him either.
Not yet.
Centers at North DeSoto, Canton at North Lamar, Pittsburgh Grace Community, and you mentioned off mic, you thought this was going to be a really good game tonight.
Yeah, look at how well Pittsburgh's been playing. Mm-hmm. They're certainly fired up. We were there last week, but Grace has played really good football. Their loss last week was to the 2-time defending state champion in private schools. So and they lost by 7. They didn't get blown out.
Down about.
Good game.
Sulphur Springs is at Bullard. Might be a long night for Bull. Sulphur Springs is pretty good this year.
You know, I'm kind of pulling for the Panthers.
I understand. I just had to...
I think they're going to have a rough night.
Let the public know that game is going to be happening
Sulphur Springs is good.
In Bullard. All right, you got Athens Palestine. Might be a fun game to watch out for.
I think so.
Winsboro Honey Grove. Now, Winsboro is unbelievably good.
Yep.
Honey Grove has been good for years and years and years. Do they have enough to give Winsboro a game tonight?
Well, I voted Winsboro the best team in 3A, 2A, and private schools this week.
Yeah.
In the Beast Texas polls. Everybody else voted for Westwood. I think it was 11-4, Westwood to Winsboro. Honey Grove's good. Our friend Kyle Little's out there now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Winsboro's special this year.
Newton is at Tatum tonight. You got New Diana at Sabine. My Jefferson Bulldogs at home hosting DeKalb. That could be a good matchup. Jefferson losing to Newton last week. DeKalb's good.
I expect Jefferson to bounce back.
All right, we're going to take a look at ARP at Mineola.
Yeah.
ARP is good.
ARP, to me, is the surprise team of the year so far. I knew they'd be good. They look like they might be great.
They are putting up some points.
Yeah.
That's for dang sure. Troop at Harleton this evening. Pleasant Grove, Dangerfield. Can Dangerfield hang with Pleasant Grove tonight? We've also got Harmony at Beckville, Big Sandy at Lone Oak, and Linden Kildare at Hugh Springs. I'm not laughing. That's going to be an interesting game. Can Linden Kildare go to Hugh Springs and sneak out with a win?
Well, Linden Kildare had a big night in volleyball the other night, and because we got a lot of calls from them during our show. We'll see if they can do the same thing in football. We're going to cover all these games and more. So let's get a Longview Lobo victory tonight over the Golden Bears, and then join us on your way back from Kincaide Stadium. You can listen to us on 104.1, 103.7, or Kicks 105.7. This is your home for Longview Lobo football on the Eastman Credit Union halftime show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Looking for a stress-free way to finance your next car? Fuel your dreams with an ECU auto loan. Financing your next vehicle doesn't have to be overwhelming. ECU is here to help you every step of the way. We offer competitive rates, up to 125% financing, and no payments for 60 days, so you can drive worry-free with an auto loan that fits your needs. Just visit ecu.org/auto now to get started. Eastman Credit Union.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Life is full of healthcare needs, large and small, from the birth of a child to caring for elderly patients. Since 1975, the Diagnostic Clinic of Longview has been serving East Texans with quality, personalized patient care, from comprehensive family medicine to a variety of specialties: pediatrics, OBGYN, internal medicine, general surgery, orthopedics, neurology, sleep medicine, and more. Diagnostic Clinic, always voted the best of East Texas, and always there to meet your healthcare needs. Online at dcol.net.
It's football time again, and Peter Chevrolet in Longview is celebrating with some amazing deals for you. Like our lease special, only $399 down, $399 per month on a new 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. Or make your play in a new 2025 Chevrolet Trax, only $24,995. Kick off the season in a new 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, 2.9% APR for 72 months. Score the perfect vehicle this football season. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Getting your favorite Chick-fil-A has never been easier. With the Chick-fil-A app, you can order ahead for carry-out, dine-in, or the drive-thru. Want it brought right to your door? Try Chick-fil-A Delivery, straight from the East or West Longview locations. Plus, every order earns you Chick-fil-A rewards, and you can redeem them for your favorites. Fast, convenient, and rewarding. That's the Chick-fil-A app. Download today and make mealtime simple. And be sure to follow Chick-fil-A East Longview and Chick-fil-A West Longview on Facebook and Instagram for fun giveaways, exciting new products, and community updates.
At McDaniel's Quality Body Works, we pride ourselves in quality, collision repair, and friendly service. McDaniel's is at the forefront of today's complex vehicles by being certified by General Motors, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Honda, Infiniti, Kia, and Hyundai. These certifications require intensive I-CAR training along with an investment in new equipment and technology. When you need peace of mind for collision repair, call McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, or Gilmer.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Looking for a stress-free way to finance your next car?
Back at Kincaide Stadium, Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn, and sitting in with us tonight, living in the area, as Matt Houston, a relative of mine. What are you seeing in the South Oak Cliff Longview 10-10? What are you seeing that sticks out to you from both sides?
Well, first, field position. And we really hadn't talked about it tonight, but South Oak Cliff has had excellent field position. Longview's hasn't been bad. They've just had to punt from their own end zone, and some of that's a product of penalties. They've started just about every drive at the 20 or the 30. Seems like South Oak Cliff has started every drive at the 50. And so that matters. South Oak Cliff's going to get the ball in the second half, and you would like to see a deep kick from Longview that forces them to actually move the length of the field rather than cut the field in half. That's been a distinct advantage for them, and it forces Longview to play a different style of defense because they're effectively backed up against their own end zone 3 plays into that drive.
Okay, and then you saw things in the secondary for Longview that brought some interest to you.
Yeah, so Longview has always disguised coverages pretty well. And so it's hard sometimes to tell whether they're in a true cover 4, if they're playing match defense where the corners and safeties are effectively reading their side of the field, their half of the field, to determine what their coverage responsibilities are. Tonight, just from a formational standpoint, Longview is rolling their safeties down toward the edge of the box rather than keeping them in the center, particularly around the goal line, which, because of South Oak Cliff's field position, they've played a lot of football in their back half of the field. That opened up the touchdown run for South Oak Cliff because the safeties are toward the edge of the box and there's nobody up the middle. South Oak Cliff had one basically tight end, so they've got 6 guys in the box, and Longview has 4 down defensive linemen and 2 linebackers, 6 guys in the box. So that means the running back just has to make one guy miss and run away from the other linebacker to the opposite side of the field. That's something that I expect Longview will change in the second half when they're inside their own 20 and defending their own end zone. The other thing that I've noticed, too, with South Oak Cliff, too, they're picking apart the zone coverage. It's a spot route that they've gotten Longview on a couple of times, where it starts to look like a slant, and then the wide receiver sits probably 8 yards into the route. So it winds up being almost like a deep angled curl. When you're in cover 4 defensively, that's really the only location where you can split the 2 zones. And so South Oak Cliff knows that, and they've come in and hit that route hard, and Longview's given up some big plays on that, and it's chunk plays. It's a zone-eating route combination that really stresses those defenders because you've got to watch 3 wide receivers to make one read, and it's too many people for one guy to watch.
Okay, so we got halftime. It's all knotted up. We've seen the chess match. What do you think happens in the second half? We know South Oak Cliff opens to get the ball to start the third quarter. And so what do you see coming from Longview, and then what do you see Longview doing to attack them?
Well, I think Longview's probably okay. I mean, South Oak Cliff's not going to run the spot route every play. I don't think they need to change very much until they get backed up in their own red zone. We hope that doesn't happen too often. That's where I would see the adjustment, is you're leaving your safeties closer toward the middle of the field rather than rolling them down to the edge. The other thing that's interesting about Longview's defense to this point, too, and I think I saw an adjustment on the last drive there, their corners have been playing pretty far off of the outside wide receivers, like 8 to 10 yards. So they're almost at safety depth. They're concerned about getting beat over the top. That's why you give them so much cushion. You don't want to give up a go route. But it leaves a lot of space for those short curl routes. And I think on that last possession, Longview moved their outside corners up just a tad, just to say, we're going to make you actually run a route here instead of just slowly kind of running 4 yards and turning around and catching the football. So I would expect that change, just sort of standard defensively. On the flip side of the ball, Longview's had success with the quarterback sweep play. It was really just on one drive but schematically they're targeting the corner. The smallest corner on that side of the field, on the short side of the field, and they're sending, I believe it was the fullback, and you'll have to remind me the name.
Cummings.
Yes, they're sending Cummings out as a lead blocker, and he can eat that corner. It's a huge size difference. They've really exploited that and given Trey Hamilton the opportunity to run those sweep plays. I'd be curious to see if South Oak Cliff doesn't adjust and take that play away.
All right, very good. Matt Houston, thank you very much. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back for the start of the second half. You're listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Stress-free way to finance your next car? Fuel your dreams with an ECU auto loan. Financing your next vehicle doesn't have to be overwhelming. ECU is here to help you every step of the way. We offer competitive rates, up to 125% financing, and no payments for 60 days, so you can drive worry-free with an auto loan that fits your needs. Just visit ecu.org/auto now to get started. Eastman Credit Union.
This is football.
This has been the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Back at Kincaide Stadium, Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. And Johnny, the Longview Lobos kicking off this time. What are you expecting?
Well, I mean, I actually think that Longview played an outstanding first half, and I think South Oak Cliff, they've just kicked off. So.
Yeah. They're coming out to the 10, the 15, and the flag goes down in the backfield, and I don't know why I've lost my field mic, but we're just going to have all kinds of fun with all this stuff here. Here we go. All right, so we've got a flag down. Let's see what this is all about. You go ahead, Johnny. You were saying?
Well, I think that actually South Oak Cliff was surprised by the speed of Longview and how they were able to move the ball, and so I think you'll see South Oak Cliff make some changes in this second half. As far as I'm concerned, I think Longview has played really a nice game. I think Trey Hamilton has made a lot of good plays. We've had a couple of running plays that have ended up making big first downs. So I think actually Longview's outplayed South Oak Cliff in the first half.
On the kickoff return, South Oak Cliff was called for a block below the knees. And so now on 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line, they will hand it off to Levon Morton. And Morton will bring it out to around the 13-yard line for a gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Offensively for South Oak Cliff, the quarterback is Jaden Williams. Most of the running we've seen tonight, Levon Morton. Mikhail Trotter apparently is a bit banged up. They'll come out now 2nd down and 4 and hand it off to Morton up the middle. And that huge offensive line. Now, did the ball come out? Let's see. Nope. Apparently South Oak Cliff was able to move the pile, but apparently not enough for they give them a first down. All right. Now we'll settle down and get into it. They're at the 17-yard line now. Jaden Williams, the quarterback. Devontae Hill, Nate Coleman, Jalen Moore, Torrin Teague, the receivers. Line is Reggie Epps in the middle, Zion Ragster and Bryson Ramsey Brooks, the guards. Tackles Brian Swanson and Cortavius Tisaby. They averaged 295 across the front line, but Longview's been able to neutralize that. 1st and 10, handoff off the left tackle, and a burst to about the 23-yard line for Morton. And so they get 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 4. Ball's out at the 23-yard line. 3 wide to the right side. Ball's on the left hash mark this time. Again, sticking with the running game. And the ball comes out. Lobos pick it up. Lobos have the ball at the 23-yard line. It's recovered by Bradley Williams. Bradley Williams recovered the fumble. Ball apparently just got stripped from the running back, and I do believe that was Corday Fields in there that lost that fumble. And the Lobos are going to have the ball deep in South Oak Cliff territory. They'll get it with 9:56 to play here in the 3rd quarter. First big turnover of the game. And Longview's going to have the ball at the Sock 23-yard line. Huge defensive play. Here come the Lobos, 1st and 10. Hamilton, quarterback sweep left side. This time gets to around the 22-yard line and nothing more. Trey Hamilton, the quarterback. Kylan Cummings or Mason Washington will be at running back. The line, Beckett Cox at center. The guards, Damari and Pickren. Star Shaw. Tackles, Brady Yoder and Jaden Jackson. Tight end is Jaden Washington. Receivers will rotate. Jaden Herndon and Jace Peterson. We've seen the majority of the time tonight. 2nd down and 9. Lobos at the Sock 22-yard line, 9:15 to play 3rd quarter. Game tied at 10. Ball's on the left hash mark. Hamilton back to throw, and there's illegal procedure, and a flag comes out. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and you don't need to start seeing those things happen. It is illegal procedure. Defensively for South Oak Cliff, the defensive line, Trammell Mentor and Leighton Henderson are the ends. The tackles are Corday Houston and Jadarian Jones. Linebackers, Kalen Davis and Cody Smith, along with Jamari Stewart. Corners, Marcel Gibson, Colin Cottingham. The safeties, Isaiah Udom and Jairian Hampton. 8:56 to play in the 3rd quarter. 10-10 the score. 2nd down and 14 now for Longview. They have the ball at the Sock 27-yard line. Single wide receivers to either side. Ball's on the left hash mark. He throws it to the wide side of the field. It's incomplete. Pass was intended for Sean Davis. He's seeing his first action. Corner was right there on it. I believe that was Colin Cottingham that broke up that play. Now it's 2nd down and 15. Davis checks back in for Jaden Herndon. Well, actually, they just flipped the down marker. It's 3rd down, and they let the play clock get away from them, and they had to call a timeout. Longview taking too much time to get the play in. They'll take that timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Back at Kincaide Stadium, Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn, Matt Houston spotting, Matt Morton back at the station producing. Lobos had to burn a timeout as the play clock got away from them. They were making some personnel switches. Took too much time. They really need to make something happen out of this turnover. They got a gift, and they need to get some points out of this.
Yeah, that was a big mistake for the Lobos. They got to overcome that right here. This is an opportunity for a score, and we kind of.
Yeah, you get the illegal procedure penalty. That's a killer because that's something that can be prevented. And so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 15, and you got to make a big play to keep the first down, keep it alive, and you want to get into field goal range if nothing else. And they're not in field goal range right now. That would be a long one. At least 43 yards. So following the timeout, Lobos come out on the field. Again, they've got the white pants, white jerseys, green numbers with the gold highlights, and the green headgear with the classic L. South Oak Cliff in black and white uniforms tonight. Colors are brown and white, but they're in all black with white numbers tonight. And on the side of those black helmets, it says Mecca. 3rd down now, 2 wide receivers to the left. Man in motion to Caden Davis. Takes the jet sweep, looking to throw it. Now he'll pull it down and run it. At the 20, at the 15, 10, 5. First down, Longview. To Caden Davis. That's why the guy is getting Division I offers as a sophomore.
I completely fooled South Oak Cliff on that play.
Well, he wanted to throw the football, and he is a quarterback, but that's an 18-yard run after he found that he couldn't get that ball off and nobody was open. He took off and used his legs. Now they're in the I formation for the first time tonight. From the 5, handoff up the middle, the belly play. Cummings gets to the 3. I'm telling you, he's unstoppable. Think about the size of South Oak Cliff's inner defensive line. 10 in the box, Matt Houston says. And yet they're still going to run that fullback dive, and it still gets pushed. It's 2nd down and goal from the 4. I wouldn't want to have to make a living on that, but pretty impressive. Here they come again in the eye. And they'll hand it off to Cummings again, and Cummings going to push it again. And they're going to spot him down inside the 2. How stubborn do you want to be? They're up to the line of scrimmage, and South Oak Cliff making defensive personnel. Here we go again. This time, almost lost it. Did they fumble the football? Cummings got the ball. Wow, that almost was a disaster. That came out really ugly, and Hamilton barely got that handoff off. And now you're looking at 4th down and goal from the 2. They lost yardage on the play. That would have been a disaster.
Well,
Hamilton's walking all the way over to the numbers to get an offensive play from Tim Sanders. Play clock at 17. He's got plenty of time, but they want to get the right play, and they don't want to burn a timeout here.
Well, I believe I'd give it to Cummings right here.
Well, let's see what happens on 4th and goal from the 3. Handoff up the middle. Cummings in. Touchdown. That's unreal. He took it off the right guard and walked in. 4 straight running plays by Kylan Cummings, and the score for Longview, touchdown. '60s football. On 4th and goal. And the Lobos have the lead. The extra point is up, and it's good by Ayala. And it's now Longview 17, South Oak Cliff 10. 6:04 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Hey, y'all, it's Fozzie Whitaker for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. On the field, I learned the importance of being ready for anything. That's why I trust Tri-State to keep my home powered up when it matters most. Call now for up to $2,000 off a new standby whole home generator. 903-331-0466 or visit tristategenerators.com. And make sure to let them know Fozzie sent you.
Call now for up to $2,000 off. Fozzie Whitaker is a customer and paid endorser for Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. Getting your favorite Chick-fil-A has never been easier. With the Chick-fil-A app, you can order ahead for carry-out, dine-in, or the drive-thru. Want it brought right to your door? Try Chick-fil-A Delivery straight from the East or West Longview locations. Plus, every order earns you Chick-fil-A rewards, and you can redeem them for your favorites. Fast, convenient, and rewarding. That's the Chick-fil-A app. Download today and make mealtime simple. And be sure to follow Chick-fil-A East Longview and Chick-fil-A West Longview on Facebook and Instagram for fun giveaways, exciting new products, and community updates.
On the ensuing kickoff after the touchdown, Longview with a pooch kick, and it's brought out to the 40-yard line, and flags go flying. South Oak Cliff should end up with great field position here, but it's really starting to get a little chippy out here right now. South Oak Cliff trailing 17-10 after the 23-yard drive following the Bradley Williams fumble recovery. Kincaide Davis with an 18-yard run on 3rd down and 15 to the 5. And then Kylan Cummings ran it 4 straight times. Unsportsmanlike conduct again against both teams. Offsetting penalties. Fortunately, nobody's been kicked out of the game. 5:57 to go, third quarter. South Oak Cliff starts on their own 40 with great field position again. Kylan Cummings with the touchdown on 4th down and goal from the 4. A belly play right up the middle, and he walked into the end zone. Now, handoff, coming right, and getting no yardage on the play. Jessier Hampton Williams makes the stop on Levon Morton, who's gone all the way. We expected to see their leading rusher, Mikhail Trotter, a lot tonight, but he got banged up last week against Duncanville, and he's not been in this ball game. So Morton, an equally quick back, very elusive, has played the majority of the night at running back. Back to throw that quick pass, splits the seam, and it's caught at the 50, still going at the 45-yard line, and it's going to be a first down. And the catch made by Jalen Moore, right in between two Longview defenders, just that slant where it's just a stick route. He runs to a spot, stops, and it's complete and good for a first down to the 44-yard line. Handoff, Morton coming left side, busted a hole. Now he's running to the 30. Oh, broken up. It's tackled by shoestrings at the 30-yard line by Bradley Williams. He saved a touchdown. First down, though, for South Oak Cliff. And they're running tempo again. Safeties are now going to the sidelines. And they'll hand it off, coming right. Morton hitting the backfield. Lawson Tubb doing it again at linebacker, and again we're getting a little bit of chippiness going on here, and it sounds like South Oak Cliff guys are trying to pick fights. Jaden Williams in there trying to make something happen, and what's crazy about it is Lawson Tubbs tried to pull away and walk away from the noise, continues to try to, and every time he gets around somebody they seem to want to jaw with him. Coach is out on the field trying to pull the teams apart. I don't know that this should be offsetting penalties here, unless something very verbal was spoken by Longview to prompt all this. I get the sense, though, the South Oak Cliff is a little frustrated right now, Johnny.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. I think this is really has surprised South Oak Cliff how well Longview has played against them.
Jason Todd having a conversation with the officials on the near side, and again, unsportsmanlike. Oh, they ejected somebody now. Okay, now we have, if they threw Lawson Tubbs, that's another ejection, right? So we have 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, 2 players ejected. Please tell me that's not Lawson Tubbs that's got to come out of the game. 17 would be Josiah Hill, the corner. That's not good if he's the one. TJ Jackson, that's a tough one. He's a safety. They need him. Have no idea who got kicked out for South Oak Cliff. From the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 11, sweep to the right side. Morton to the 26-yard line. Mercy. That's a blow for the Lobos in the secondary. TJ Jackson's an important part of their defense. And having to come in to spell him now is going to be James Pierce. Third down and 7. Wide to the left side. Ball's on the right hand. First down for South Oak Cliff. And Oak Cliff right up to the line of scrimmage again. They're definitely going to see if they can wear Longview down a little bit here now in the second half with that huge offensive line and not giving them a chance to huddle. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Hand off to Morton, coming left side, gets to the edge, gets down the sidelines, gets forced out of bounds. Around the 10-yard line, Hobart Nelson, again, may have saved a touchdown. This is what happened last year when Longview and South Oak Cliff met. Longview seemed to have control of the ball game, but then South Oak Cliff started speeding up the tempo. They used a huge size advantage and started to wear Longview down, and I'm afraid that may happen tonight. Safety move. Now he moved back into the middle of the field. Pierce. And again, this time the quarterback's going to keep it. The quarterback goes up the middle, and he gets slung down at the 5-yard line. That would be Pierce that made the tackle, the safety coming up in the ball game for the ejected TJ Jackson. Ball's at the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal now. South Oak Cliff trying to tie this game up. 2:28 to go. 17-10. Wildcat quarterback is Torrin Teague. He's in the ball game now. Ball gets away from him on the snap. Pressure coming. Jailbreak. Lobo defense everywhere. Teague's going to throw it into the end zone just to get rid of it.
Wow.
But that's what I talked about, Johnny. Last week I saw the center snap the ball over the quarterback's head or the punter's head numerous times against Duncanville. Fast and furious. So now it's 2nd down and goal. South Oak Cliff trying to get lined up in the right formation. Clock's getting away from them. Play clock down to 4, 3, 2, 1. They did not get the snap off. Delay of game.
Wow.
Flag came out. Delay of game. Took too much time getting lined up, and that's a 5-yard penalty when you had 2nd and goal from the 5. That's a big, big play. Costly penalty for South Oak Cliff. Big break for Longview. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Lobos up 17-10. Right up to the line of scrimmage. Here come the Golden Bears. 3 wide to the right side. Williams back to throw. Pulls it down. Pressure coming from the backside. Fires into the end zone. Pass broken up.
That's good pressure by Longview.
Pass was intended for Delvin Cook, surrounded by defenders. It would have taken a fantastic throw to fit that in, because he was basically throwing it between three defenders. Third down and goal now from the 10-yard line. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Twin wide receivers to either side. Now man in motion to the near side. Williams back to throw. Pressure, runs, goes down, sacked.
Wow.
Big sack in the ball game. Number 92, Kristen Williams in there.
That is a big play for Longview.
Massive pressure by the Lobos when they had to have it. And it's going to set up a field goal. Philip Hampton also in there to help with that sack. And so South Oak Cliff is going to have to settle for another field goal. Alvera, 31-yard try. Kincaide and Carter's had a chance to block the previous two. Just barely missed getting there. Almost got that one.
Man.
Kick is up, and the kick is good from 31 yards out. But Longview hangs on to the lead, 17-13 with 1:18 to play in the third quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Friday Night Football. It's more than a game. It's community, pride, and giving your kids the best opportunities. With a mortgage from Telco Plus Credit Union, you can make sure your family is in the school district where champions are made, on and off the field. We offer competitive rates, quick approvals, and the hometown service you can trust. Get in the right home in the right district so your kids can play and win where it matters most. Visit telcoplus.org today. We are your financial solution. Credit and membership qualifications apply. Equal housing lender insured by the NCUA.
Life is full of healthcare needs, large and small, from the birth of a child to caring for elderly patients. Since 1975, the Diagnostic Clinic of Longview has been serving East Texans with quality, personalized patient care, from comprehensive family medicine to a variety of specialties: pediatrics, OBGYN, internal medicine, general surgery, orthopedics, neurology, sleep medicine, and more. Diagnostic Clinic, always voted the best of East Texas, and always there to meet your healthcare needs. Online at dcol.net.
Terrific football game at Kincaide Stadium, where Longview leads South Oak Cliff 17-13 with 1:18 to go in the third quarter. South Oak Cliff drove it 60 yards, but a critical penalty moved them back on a delay of game when they had goal to go and about second down, I believe, and goal to go. Backed them up. And then Longview started coming with pressure right up the middle, which you wouldn't believe would be able to happen with the size of the center and the two guards. Again, weighing about 295 across the middle, but they were able to stop South Oak Cliff and force a field goal. Alvera with his 31-yard field goal to cut the lead to 17-13. Lobos still on top with 1:18 to play in the quarter. So now Alvera will tee it up at the 40-yard line from our left to our right. Lobos have return men at the 10 and at the 20-yard line. Watching to see if they might pooch this. They kick it away, taken deep by, I believe, Jace Peterson. Out to the 20, 25, 27, 28, breaking it down to the 30-yard line. Is that number 8? 9? Okay, I'm sorry. That's Kincaide Davis. Again, the backup quarterback getting a little action everywhere. He's just too good an athlete not to use. 1:09 to play in the third quarter. Longview will start this drive, and they'll be at their own 30-yard line. They lead at 17-13. Wide receivers to either side. Running back to the left of Trey Hamilton. They're handed off. Cummings into the secondary across the 35 and down to around the 38-yard line. McCaden Frazier actually was the running back on the play. Frazier got 7. Ball's at the 37-yard line, 2nd down and 3. 50 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hamilton at quarterback in the gun. Gun left. Tight end to the left. They'll hand it off up the middle, and again, running room right up the middle by Frazier. Gets the 1st down at the 41-yard line. And we're going to see 27 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if the Lobos take the time off the clock or if they'll try to run one more play. Looks like they're just going to let the clock run out and go to the 4th quarter with a 4-point lead. Two teams head toward their respective benches, and we'll go into the final 12 minutes of this ball game. Longview 17, South Oak Cliff 13. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Friday night football. It's more than a game. It's community, pride, and giving your kids the best opportunities. With a mortgage from Telco Plus Credit Union, you can make sure your family is in the school district where champions are made, on and off the field. We offer competitive rates, quick approvals, and the hometown service you can trust. Get in the right home in the right district so your kids can play and win where it matters most. Visit telcoplus.org today. We are your financial solution. Credit and membership qualifications apply. Equal housing lender insured by the NCUA.
At McDaniel's Quality Body Works, we pride ourselves in quality, collision repair, and friendly service. McDaniel's is at the forefront of today's complex vehicles by being certified by General Motors, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Honda, Infiniti, Kia, and Hyundai. These certifications require intensive I-CAR training along with an investment in new equipment and technology. When you need peace of mind for collision repair, call McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, or Gilmer.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Back at Kincaide Stadium, tonight's ball game brought to you by Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. Visit tristategenerators.com for your backup power game plan. Also, nothing quite like high school football in Texas. No one gives it to you. The lowdown on every victory, defeat, and blowout like the Friday night scoreboard show. Harlan the Sports Guy, Pigskin Bob, and a cast of idiots and good folks. Athletes, coaches, band members, drill teams, cheerleaders, and mascots. Harlan and Pigskin Bob are the idiots. Just saying. Anyway, you can check out that show right after our game is over tonight. Flip it over to KYKX 105.7. If you don't believe me, just listen to them. That's right after our game tonight. They'll run through all the scores for you all over East Texas. This one is a thriller. 17-13. I'm telling you, you have got. John King is sitting in a bed right now at home. He's losing his mind. The most helpless feeling in the world for a head coach that can't be on the sidelines tonight. Coach, we're thinking of you. 12 more minutes to go. Can the Lobos pull it off? And from the South Oak Cliff standpoint, you played the defending state champions to open the game, the team that beat you in the state championship, and you won that ball game in game 1. They're ranked number 2 in the state in Class 5A Division II. Last week, they played the number 2 team in Class 6A and lose by a touchdown. So you know they had to come in thinking this wasn't going to be as tough as those first 2 games, don't you think?
No doubt about it.
Not to say they took Longview lightly. It's just compared to the other 2 and the reputations of the other 2. On 1st and 10, they'll hand it off to Mason Washington. And Washington will get short yardage on the play. Only a yard. Tackle was made by Jadarian Jones, and it's 2nd down and 9. But you got to credit the Lobos. They've had a terrific game plan. They've had a lot of balance. They've shown a lot of different looks and formations.
A lot of things they've done different than they did the first 2 or 3 games.
And on defensively as well. 2nd down and 9 now. Wing left, they'll hand it off up the middle. Frazier moves the pile and gets to around the 45-yard line before he gets thrown back. Tackle was made by Jamari Stewart and Corday Houston, no relation. He's too good a football player. There's no way he'd be related to me.
Okay.
Trust me. 3rd down and 6 from the 45. Talking about Harlan, the sports guy in Pigskin. Bob, have you seen me play? It wasn't pretty then. It dang sure wouldn't be pretty now. Lobos trying to get lined up on 3rd down and 6 from the 45. They need to get a 1st down. Back to throw. Hamilton. Pressure coming. Now he'll roll to his right. Fires it, and it's thrown behind the receiver. Flag goes down. Sean Davis was the intended receiver. Now let's see where the flag came from in the secondary and what the call is. Jaden Washington, the tight end, was downfield as well. It's a big penalty here. If it gives Longview a 1st down.
I'm just not sure what the penalty is.
They're talking to Coach Jason Todd. Okay. Pass interference is against Longview. Offensive pass interference. Okay, well, they were going to have to punt it anyway. So Jordan Hobbs comes out. That drive ends in a punt. That's something you really need to get some points here. Line of scrimmage, the 45. Hobbs back at his 30. Puts his foot into it. It's a good punt. Fair catch called for. Horton at the 24-yard line. And that's where South Oak Cliff will take over. $36-yard punt. $10-17 to go in the ball game. South Oak Cliff will start at their own 24. Handoff up the middle. Morton hit in the backfield, then spins, gets some yardage. We'll get to about the 29-yard line. Lawson Tubb, the linebacker, makes the stop, but it's a 5-yard gain. And again, they'll run with no huddle, trying to wear this Lobo team down. They have a decided size advantage on the lines. From their own 29, they got 2 wide receivers lined up, one in front of the other. They'll hand it off. Morton on the side sweeps it, sweeps out, and gets to the edge and gets to the 40-yard line before Hobart Nelson is able to run him out of bounds. But they're again starting to get some running room on the outside. And Levon Morton can take it from anywhere on the field and go all the way, so you got to watch him. You got two wide receivers lined up, one right behind the other on the left side, and then another wide receiver on the outside. And again, they'll hand it off, coming left and getting huge yardage this time, Morton. And I'm afraid that South Oak Cliff offensive line is starting to wear Longview down. That was about a 15-yard gain. Got it to the 46 in Longview territory. $8:53 to go here. 17-13, Longview on top. 1st and 10 from the Lobo 46. Quick pass out on a screen. The wide receiver gets space, and he's still running. Torrin Teague down to the 30, out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
That's a big play for them.
18-yard gain. Tubb made the tackle along with Hobart Nelson. But South Oak Cliff suddenly starting to get yardage in chunks. And they will hand it off again, busting it outside. This time, good run defense. Lawson Tubb leading the way and stuffing the running back, Cordy Fields, who scored a touchdown back in the first quarter. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 after no gain on the play. 7:55 to play in the game. Lobos have played a spectacular football game tonight. Man in motion to the near side from the gun. Williams back to throw. Williams looks deep down the middle. Man open, caught, touchdown. Delvin Cook on a seam route. And South Oak Cliff takes the lead.
Yeah, that's the first breakdown in the secondary.
28-yard pass. That drive was kind of scary looking for Longview right there, I will tell you.
Yeah.
Now, Cordero with the extra point. It's up, and it's good. And now South Oak Cliff takes a 20-17 lead over Longview with 7:36 to go in the game. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Looking for a stress-free way to finance your next car? Fuel your dreams with an ECU auto loan. Financing your next vehicle doesn't have to be overwhelming. ECU is here to help you every step of the way. We offer competitive rates, up to 125% financing, and no payments for 60 days, so you can drive worry-free with an auto loan that fits your needs. Just visit ecu.org/auto now to get started. Eastman Credit Union.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Jaden Williams with a 28-yard touchdown pass to Delvin Cook. South Oak Cliff on a long drive. 76 yards. And they lead at 20-17 with 7:36 to go. The kickoff died at the goal line. Fair catch called. And South Oak Cliff now has the lead, and again, you sense that they're starting to wear the Lobos down. Longview needs to get something going offensively and give their defense a chance to get some rest. Lobos will start this drive on their own 25-yard line. Hamilton brings him out in a wing left, single wide receivers to either side. They'll send Kincaide Davis in motion, and they'll run that jet sweep. He comes around the left side, gets inside the 30, down to the 32-yard line for a nice gain. 6 yards on that play. It's 2nd down and 4. Kincaide Davis has become an offensive weapon tonight. He's a terrific athlete, and they needed to find ways to get him on the field. So he's run jet sweeps. He's had the run-pass option on a jet sweep. Now they send 2 wide to the right side and hand off right up the middle. And almost busted it. Mason Washington gets the first down, though.
Yeah,
They'll spot him at the 38. I'm sorry, Johnny.
I thought he was going to get one more step, and if he did that, then you're going to have a race to the end zone.
Move the chains. It's 1st down and 10. Longview trails 20-17 with 6:30 to go in the game. Came into tonight's ball game 2-0. Have played a terrific game tonight. 3 wide to the right side. Let's see if they run the quarterback to the left. Nope, not this time. Thrown down in the backfield is Mason Washington. And it was Corday Houston who busted through there and slung him down. Again, that size advantage starting to become more and more noticeable the later we get in this ball game. 2nd down and 12. Lobos need a big play here. (20-17), South Oak Cliff on top. Longview 2nd and 12 from their own 36. Kincaide Davis goes in motion. Back to throw. Hamilton slant. Ball broken up. Pass was intended for Herndon. Colin Cunningham got his hand in there and pulled it out. 3rd down and 12. Big play here for Longview. They need a 1st down in the worst way, and it's 3rd down and 12. Hamilton still trying to get the play from the sidelines. They may have to take a timeout. They got to move this along. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Under 10 now. It's at 5. Got to get the snap off. And they do so. Hamilton straight back. Pressure coming. Rolls to his left. Runs. Take it down the sidelines. Could not get close to the 1st down. He ran out of bounds around the 42-yard line. It was a 6-yard gain. But they're going to have to punt the football. Corday Houston was coming from the backside. Defensive tackle. He was giving chase. Nobody back to take the punt. Hobbs will kick it. And they're just going to let it bounce. And it'll take a Longview roll, and it will die at the 12-yard line. As far as South Oak Cliff is concerned, they just want to run the clock out at this point. They've got 5:10 left. They'll start this drive on their own 12-yard line. Lobos desperately need to get 3 and out here. Timeout is called. Let's take that timeout with them. 20-17, South Oak Cliff on top, 5:10 to go. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Whatever you're facing, whatever you're struggling with, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline can help. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to provide confidential support at no cost to you. If you or someone you know is having a mental health crisis, call or text 988. or to chat, visit texas988.org. With 988, you're not alone in the Lone Star State.
Things not looking real good for the Longview Lobos right now with 5:10 to go in the ball game. They trail 20-17 to South Oak Cliff. And the Golden Bears will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The last couple of drives, they've really been able to get chunk plays, averaging about 10 yards a play. And we've talked about it all night long, how huge they are on the offensive line. It makes it really tough for an undersized defense with great speed to have to stand up to those guys all night long, especially as South Oak Cliff started running a tempo offense the whole second half. So between the tempo and the size, makes it really difficult. Lobos have done a tremendous job all game long of hanging in here, and they had the lead for much of this game. But now they need to get a big play. They need a turnover. They need something good to happen unexpectedly. Next week, we're in Ruston, taking on the Bulldogs in Louisiana. Coach's show with Oscar Wilson starts at 7 o'clock. We'll have the kickoff at 7:30. 1st and 10, South Oak Cliff sends the team out onto the field. 4-man front for Longview. From the 12. 2 wide to the left side. Running backs lined up to the left of the quarterback, Williams. Handing it off to Horton. He gets hit in the backfield and still managed to gain a couple of yards, but that's a nice play by Tyson Johnson to shoot through there and make a tackle for a short gain. Still ends up with a 3-4-yard gain, so it's 2nd down and 6. See, even with a great effort, it's hard to hold them to anything. Matthew Houston saying too many men on the field. I don't know where that is, but we'll hand it off right side, Levon Morton. And again, a short gain on the play, 4:26. They just want to run clock. So 3rd down and 5 now as the ball is moved out to the 12-yard line. I'm sorry, the 17-yard line.
If we can hold them here and force them to punt, get in field goal range.
4 minutes even left in this game. Got to get this stop here on 3rd down first. 3 wide to the left side. Solo receiver to the right. Quick pass broken up. That time the ball poorly thrown, and it was knocked down by number 10 for the Lobos, Jordan Hobbs. And so now it's going to be 4th down, and the punt team comes on, and the Lobos have a chance. Big defensive stand by Longview.
That was just what they needed in that stand, and now if we can get a return, you got a chance.
And now we're going to get a quick timeout called by South Oak Cliff. And that'll leave them with 2 remaining with 3:50 to go in the ball games. They lead at 20-17 over Longview. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I think they're worried about this.
Lobos come back out on the field after South Oak Cliff's timeout. Keep an eye on the center. Again, that's been a problem with high snaps in previous ball games. Longview would take one of those. Nate Coleman is back inside his own 5-yard line to punt the football. Be interesting to see if the Lobos try to send pressure on this punt as well. Line of scrimmage is the 13. Pressure coming, Tubbs! Just missed him. Oh my gosh. And then it takes a huge South Oak Cliff roll at the 45 and rolls out of bounds in the Longview territory at the 48. Lawson Tubbs shot through there, had the perfect angle, and I don't know how the punter got the ball off.
Well, not only did he get it off, it ends up rolling about 30 yards.
Great effort by Lawson Tubbs, and it was a great call to do that. It just didn't work Longview's favor that time. But the Lobos do have great field position, practically at midfield at their own 49-yard line. With 3:39 to go, they got time. From their own 49, handoff up the middle. Good gain on the play by Mason Washington. It's second down after a 4-yard gain. Lobos have 2 timeouts remaining. So does South Oak Cliff. Longview not in any big hurry. With 3:18 to go, they can run the football, but they can also take a shot or two. Going out wide left, Sean Davis in the game. Going wide right, Herndon. Handoff up the middle. Mason Washington again, and Mason Washington only getting a couple of yards on that play to the 45 of South Oak Cliff. Now you got a big 3rd down and 5. 2:43, clock ticking. Again, got 2 tight ends to the right. And Hamilton back to throw, fires it out, sideline, caught by Sean Davis, just short of the first down. Did they give it to him? They gave him the first down, okay. Just a quick out route, and a nice throw by Hamilton for a first down. Lobos keep the ball. 2:09 to play in the game. And they'll have the 2-minute timeout. Let's see if they try to run the play before the clock runs out. They do. Handoff up the middle. And a good surge for about 5 yards by Mason Washington. And the 2-minute timeout at 1:57 will take that timeout with him. South Oak Cliff 20, Longview 17. Longview driving with 1:57 to go in the game. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Following the 2-minute timeout, Lobos still gathered around the coaching staff. Tim Sanders, the offensive coordinator, calling the plays tonight. He's called a great game. They've kept South Oak Cliff off balance a lot tonight.
As you lace up your shoes.
We got 1:57 to go in this game. Lobos trail by 3. It's been a terrific football game.
Yeah, both sides have played really well.
Makes you really optimistic about the Lobos as they start moving toward district. They have a wide receiver to the left end tight and one wide to the right. Ball's in the left hash mark. Hamilton fires it deep downfield. Ball underthrown. Herndon caught it. Touchdown. Oh, no, he said incomplete. He didn't complete the catch to the ground. Oh, my gosh, the ball was right there. Hamilton couldn't have thrown that any better. And Herndon had it. He just couldn't hang on to it to the ground.
See, I mean, from this angle, this height, it looked like he caught the ball, but clearly he didn't.
I don't think he finished the catch, Johnny. I hate that rule with all the passion in my life. But I don't think he held it to the ground. The ball came out. 3rd down and 8. Man, that was their opportunity. Let's see if they can do it again. Corner's playing up close on Herndon this time. And Hamilton's looking to the left. That's a screen. And the screen out to the left side to Caden Graves. And he only got 2 yards to the play. Good defense. And it was broken up by Jamari Stewart. He sniffed it out. Only a 2-yard gain. So now it's 4th down and 6. This is the game.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, go back to that 40-yard pass. It was there. Hamilton made a great throw. Herndon just couldn't hang on to it.
Well, I think Longview's got to throw the ball here, don't you?
I don't think they got a choice. The question is, are you going to try to throw it just to get enough yards to get the first down? They need to call timeout. 3 seconds to go. Call timeout. Yeah, the coaches call it. Folks on the field weren't aware, but the play clock had gotten away from them, so they got to call the timeout. They'll have 1 left. Trailing 20-17. South Oak Cliff leads it with 57 seconds to go in the game. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
He pulled it out. Golly.
Back at Kincaide Stadium, Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn, Matt Houston spotting, and Matt Morton back at the station. We've got a chance to talk about the long throw to the end zone from Hamilton to Herndon, and it turned out to be a great defensive play by Jairian Hampton to just pull the ball out at the last second in the end zone. Otherwise, it would have been a touchdown. Now it's 4th down and 6 with 57 seconds to go. And timeout called by South Oak Cliff this time. They wanted to see what Longview would come out in, and then they'd make their chess move. Goodness gracious, what a ball game.
It's about as good as it's going to get.
And, you know, you can't walk out of here complaining about anything. The Lobos